and live are specifically the seasonal events, but I don't know why they went for the extra name there, honestly. Honestly.
Come on.
Oh, voice acted in English. Poggle. So Lara was actually more fun to play than I expected. Terror Burning Cane. No Terror Burning Lara, of course, as usual. So don't plan on that. Is OP Blastoise back? Oh my god, is he? Nobody cares. Boom. So we have Lara and the Lara skills. I'll skip that part for now because we went over all of the skills and we went over Lara in my previous video. If you haven't seen it, there might be an annotation if I remember to add that, but otherwise check my upload right before this one where I playtest Lara on the test server. So check that one out if you haven't seen that one yet. It's actually pretty interesting and the skills harmonize quite well. And at the same time you have a lot of skills, but you also kind of don't, you know? It's kind of like you have a lot of options, but I don't think you have to use all of them all the time. You probably will for bossing, right? To combine all of the optimal use and to go ham. But when you're mobbing, I think you can kind of choose which way you mob. You use more of a mobility style, more of a general flash jump attack style, or more of a stationary AoE style. I think you can kind of do all of them depending on what map you're in. So that flexibility, I think, will translate to a lot of people finding their liking in Lara because of how you can play it. The Arcanes and Abzo effects changing this patch. I don't remember in KMS if that was together with live, but hopefully we'll be able to see it. What's up, everyone? Chat, how you doing? Got a little bit of a morning phlegm going on. Okay, so a lot of stuff to go through. I'll try to go through it kind of quickly. How much? Oh god, this is a lot. Okay, we're gonna try to do this in 2 hours. All right, speed run. Okay, so we're skipping all the Lara stuff because we did all the Lara stuff yesterday already. All right, that gives us like 6 pages that we can go through. But yeah, definitely check out the video because I go kind of in depth through all of the skills and there's some cool stuff in there. For example, oh, the Lotus Flower I didn't show in the video, but that's basically a new anima shared skill. So Hoyoung gets that as well. Because Hoyoung didn't actually have an anima skill yet, so now they get that. It's basically like a door skill, right? Where if you die, instead of dying, you get res. It has like a really long... Basically, you put a flower on the map, and if you're near the flower when you die, instead the flower sucks you in and then shoots you up into the air again. You're invincible during this, thank God, for 3.5 seconds. And then if you get... if you successfully revived, the cooldown... The cooldown is usually 1,775 seconds, and the skill cooldown upon successful revival is -425. Oh, I thought it was the other way around. I thought if it didn't res you, then the cooldown would be minus this much, and if it did res you, then I thought the full cooldown went in effect. Okay, so that's apparently the other way around. Okay. Summon duration is 1775. But the cooldown is 400 seconds, and if you successful revive, it goes minus 1,425. I don't think these numbers are right. Yeah, it's not a minus. This minus shouldn't be here. Yeah, see, yeah, this minus is wrong. It's just 1,425 seconds. Okay, first message to Ghibli. Did Ghibli write these? Ghibli. Go away. Fuck, man. I cringed, dude. Good thing it didn't show my fucking email here. I'm just trying to get rid of that thing. Okay, I definitely didn't select all of that, but okay. Ghibli. Right. Inspect elements and remove it. Can you do that? Inspect. Wait, are we going full hacker man? Wait. Wait, how do I do that? Delete the line? Edit text? Like that? On the right? Wait. On the right. Position, untick the box. Okay, and then I... Wait, then I close this? Nope, still there. The other box. This one? Oh my god. Yes! God, I'm such a hacker. Coding stream bug. Oh my god, what a lifesaver. Yes! So much cleaner now. Okay, now can we remove this fucking arrow to block element? Hacker man, can we get a feels Reddit man in the chat? There we go. Okay, better Maple. The flow for the Monster Park expansion journey and Lacaline areas has been improved. Cool. Monster from Monster Park will now be displayed in the minimap. Don't know how necessary that is, but I guess if you miss one monster, you can exactly know where it is to go back to it. So that's kind of okay. Pets with auto buff skill can now use 2 buff skill slots. That's pretty big. So for all of... Remember that in the patch before, they added the decent skills to auto buff. So you can get up to 6 skills that are auto buffed, including... certain skills with cooldown like the decent skills, so you can put all of those on auto buff on pets now. So especially for the ones like decent combat orders and the knockback resistance one, the Mihal one, right? Those that lock you in place for quite a bit, putting those on auto buff is going to be very beneficial. Add a new hyperstat from normal damage. We talked about that yesterday as well. Added a hyperstat preset system, so you can use 3 of them, 3 presets, and you switch between them for 2 mil, you know, instead of 10 mil now, and you have to reassign the points every time. So this will be a great way, especially once you reach like level 235, 240, to build, move away from a hybrid setup of hyperstats, where you basically have the same setup whether you're mobbing or bossing, and instead switch to 2 different presets, one optimized for mobbing, for the area that you're in. Remember, that does include making sure your critical rate, make sure your arcane power, that is high enough. And then one for your bossing. Again, those stats are also important, but you'll be more invested into IED and boss damage, and more into EXP and damage to normal monsters in the mobbing one. Change the requirement for medals awarded for the following monster collection areas. I don't think anyone really cares about the monster collection medals, but you know, just so you know, it's right there. Change the monster collection exploration block from the following exploration roads to travel within account. The gold potential stamps, 50% epots, and 50% bonus potential scrolls are now tradable within account if you get them. Okay. These are pretty rare for Monster Collection, but you do get them every now and then, so the fact that they're now tradable is quite nice. I wonder if that means that the epic potential scroll, if it's tradable, that it also is not going to be timed anymore, but a permanent one? That would be cool. 2 buff slots are going to be cash grab. It's still pretty cheap, but yeah, a little bit. But I think getting 1 pet with 2 skills is enough, just to make sure that you have the knockback resistance and the decent combat orders, because those are the slow ones. The other ones are fine, honestly, I think, to rebuff. But like in bosses right now, we have so many skills that we have to think about when we're bossing and when we're bursting and everything. So to make sure that you can focus on those skills and not all the other ones as much during the boss fight. Yeah, it's almost necessary, but I would say only for like Black Mage and up though, because you don't want to be preoccupied with keeping all your decent skills up. Wind Archer's going to get 3 pets with 3 auto buffs, and they're going to be GG now. Yeah, I mean, but Wind Archers don't need as many of the... you don't need decent speed infusion, and you don't need decent sharp eyes. A lot of people think that Wind Archers have like way more buffs than everyone. I think people will be surprised when they see how many buttons people have to press. The Wind Archers are, I think, probably like in the middle of the pack. Maybe slightly above average, but like in the middle of the pack. Many other characters have way more buffs and way more skills that they need to press than Wind Archer. Because Wind Archer might have a decent amount of buffs, but then your mobbing is very straightforward and very simple. Whereas other characters might have way more complicated mobbing and then have like also a decent amount of buffs, just not in the beginning of the game, but all of those extra buffs and all of those extra skills come into play once the V Matrix comes in. And I think a lot of people who play Wind Archer think that you have so many skills, but if you play any other class, you'd realize that other classes have a lot of skills and a lot of buttons too. Player can now lock... okay, where were we talking? Where were we? Before we got derailed. Add a cancel exploration function on the monster collection. If exploration was cancelled while in progress, the player will not receive any rewards. Duh. Automatic screenshot function on registering monster in monster collection. If you want to take a screenshot every time you get a monster. A monster. With the exception of Mysterious Monster Bloom, a new monster is added to the monster collection. Measurements will appear when registering monster blooms to the monster collection. With the exception of Mysterious Monster Bloom, and a new monster was added to the monster collection message will appear when registering monster blooms to the monster collection. Okay. Course PQ monsters can now be registered in monster collection. I think there were some monsters that were needed for that. If only they also dropped all dropped the cards, right? Guaranteed. That would be cool. Or guaranteed, but not like 100%, but that you knew exactly which one dropped and which one didn't. If players have items that can be relisted in the auction house, they can now relist all of them at once. Players can use up to... Wait, you can do that yet? That's silly. Players can now use up to 5 chair bags and title holders respectively. Okay, well, 5 chair bags. Wow, so that's like 200 chairs in just the big bags. Wait, is it 5 chair bags and title holders respectively? That means 5 of each, right? Not 5 combined? 5 of each? I think it means 5 of each. Players can now lock and arrange the position of their items as desired in the inventory. Yeah, so you'll be able to lock items in your inventory. Sorry, I probably should have zoomed in a little bit more. So they don't get moved around when you do like condense, that they stay in their place. I don't know about you guys, but for me, and I think for the people who used to play in the olden days, we don't expand our inventory. We keep like the 4 in a row, and then we put a bunch of items in the top and a bunch of items in the bottom. And that's just like how we've used to organizing stuff. Now we can lock all the things on the bottom and just condense it, and the items will stay on the bottom, and all the other items will just float to the top, condense, and and clean up your inventory every time. So that's nice if you do a lot of stuff that could, you know, mess with your mojo. If the item was unequipped via double clicking and not because it was replaced, it will be moved to the first empty slot in the inventory. Yeah. Okay. Added a favorites function in the world map. Click on maps added to your favorites to immediately display its location in the world map. Up to 30 favorites can be added. It's basically the same function in your world map, but now you'll be able to just have that in the world map. Sorry, in the world map, in your teleport rock. And now you can just do that in the world map, which is, I think, easier to access, right? Because you don't have to open your inventory and then the rock, but instead you just open the world map, and then you double click there, and then you double click on the map immediately, boom, and you go there. So this could speed up dailies a little bit, but definitely can speed up just moving towards maps just before bosses. I know you can teleport directly to bosses now, but I still like teleporting to the map just before bosses to kill monsters there, to charge my soul, and then go into the boss fight. So this will make it a lot easier to find those maps on the world map. You probably have to do this for every character on your account though, so it might take a bit before the list gets populated, but I think in general it's a good meme. Wait, who's sub by the way that I totally missed? Oh, Akeshuchi. Thank you for the 4, dude. Appreciate you. Does locking an inventory cost anything? No, it's just a lock. It's like locking your V Matrix nodes, basically. There's no cost to that. During the Arcane Stone of Grandis quest, players can now travel to defeat Magnus via the Goddess of Grandis. So there's going to be a separate Magnus boss that you can just kill to complete the quest, and you can even do it if you've already killed Magnus in-game that day. It's not gonna... the other one is not gonna count as a similar clear, and it's just gonna be a separate boss. Now, I think that most people who are working up to 200 and who make this mistake should probably not even be doing Magnus at this point, because you're like desperately trying to get a badge or a shoulder from Magnus from easy. First of all, the likelihood of that happening is super low, and you should probably be just focusing on getting your levels instead of doing some weird bosses with like a 1 in a bajillion chance of a drop. It's better to just keep leveling and do normal, because easy drop rate is so bad. But I guess now, you know, for the people who are doing that, they can still, on the same day, you can still get Magnus. It's got 4 badges in a row and easy Magnus. Yeah, I guess it does happen, but no more beggars. Yeah, because now you had a lot of people like, can anyone take me to hard Magnus, because I already did easy today. Yeah, so now you'll always be able to do the job advancement on the day where you get it. That's what I'm doing right now, talking out. Where do I start? I'm creating my first character today. Any advice picking between Kana, Ark, Adele, Ho Young, and Aaron? Yeah, there's a lot of those that you could like. There's a lot of those are very solid characters. Definitely check out !New Blue Aurelia. If you just read up on those things, I say to just take it one day at a time. Those are all strong characters. You can't really go wrong with any of those, honestly. It all comes down to who are the ones that you just end up enjoying. So play a few of them and just see how they play. For reference, I didn't like Arc much in the beginning. I thought it was a little bit too complicated, too many cooldown skills, too much to multitask. But I ended up getting used to it and falling in love with it, and now it's my favorite character. So, you know, sometimes you do want to give characters a little bit of a try. Is that the November 17th update? Yeah, it is, yeah. Okay, the chairs that characters are sitting on will now be visible. Information... Oh, you can see specifically who someone is, which chair, who someone is sitting on. Nice. What chair someone is sitting on at the moment that you click them. Turn scroll nearest town is going to be registered to hotkey slots. I don't know if anyone still uses those in non-reboot, but in Reboot. The Dream Key has been removed from normal Cygnus entry requirements, so you can just walk into Queen now. You probably Cygnus Queen. You probably Empress, I should say. You probably cannot use the boss teleport though, because the boss teleport is still weird, right? It takes you to like the beginning of the Cygnus area instead of actually to where Cygnus is. So that's probably one of the maps you want to register to the world map. Duration of the death penalty will be reduced. It will now be 5 minutes for characters under level 200 and a minimum of 10 minutes to a maximum of 60 minutes based on level for level 200. Just get a safety charm if you do get death penalty. Just get a safety charm, double click it, get rid of it, boom, move on. And remember, if you're not going to do that for this time, you have to stay online. Don't log off and be like, oh, then I could just play again later. The timer will be paused, okay? When Luna Petit Pets obtain items in the area below the pet, they will now acquire items from a 200 pixel wider range. So basically they made the downward range of the vac pets the same as the upward range. So it's, you know, it's equal suck, both up and down suck. This update is...
This update is juicy. Tells himself not to come back.
What up, Notorious? Feel strong, man. Just a little taste, Notorious, come on. What's the worst that could happen? Character name, thank you for the 14, dude, appreciate it. Character name change coupon voucher item obtained from using the character name change coupon purchased from that cash shop will now have 7-day duration instead of a 1-day duration. Wow, that was really a 1-day? Okay. So you actually have a little bit of time after you get it. To accommodate players that exhausted all their commercial dinero coins, the stimulus system that gave players extra dinero coins once in a lifetime will be changed to give them once per month. Okay. But please plan accordingly, oh guys. Don't live like just at the edge of your means, alright? But this is a bit more forgiving, I guess, so you can't get stuck. I mean, you can always do CPQ anyway, that it doesn't cost you dineros, but gets you dineros, so that should also work, but... Extra stimmy, I guess. When hovering over the character's name tag and character full name of the character will now be displayed as a tooltip. Wow. Do you know how long it's taken for people to be able to write names that are just longer than it can be displayed? And you can never actually see their full name, unless you're in their guild and then hover over it in there. Like... Thanks, Obama. Obama coming through with a stimmy, boys. Finally. You need a name for your main character after maintenance. Any suggestions? Well, how about you let us know what is your usual nickname and what class is it going to be, and then the chat is going to have a lot of good suggestions for you, definitely. Right, guild improvements, flag race revamp. So again, you saw me do that yesterday a little bit. So it's available for 2 minutes at the 30-minute mark of every hour. Oh, halfway of every hour. Okay. During entry times, players can enter via the button. Flag races will not be held while weekly ranking calculations take place on the Sunday, 1 after midnight. Change the method for selecting flag race courses. Flag race courses will be swapped out on a weekly basis every Monday at 12 a.m. in order of daylight snowfield, sunset snowfield into night snowfield. Change the method for measuring scores and calculating flag race. Personal scores will be registered according to the completion record of each course, and guild ranking points will be calculated by adding up all the personal scores. I think I go over this in the video from yesterday as well. Change the courses a little bit, and then the skills are different. So the skills are just regularly on cooldown now. You have a 3-second cooldown to switching between snowshoes and without snowshoes. So that's definitely going to be meta to do that properly, to be able to go through the same things. High jump has a 40-second cooldown, and so that's like the up jump, right? The slipstream, so that like the dash skill, 40 seconds. Running together is a speed up to the 6 nearby characters, including yourself. So basically, if you're running in a party with your guild, because you can run as a party, then you can, if you cycle that and everyone is fast, you can speed run through the jump quest super hard. And there will be stars in the flag star. Here it is, yeah. And fire cannon is removed. It's a lot cleaner though. Like the flag race looks a lot cleaner because there's not items littered everywhere. So there's stars everywhere, and if you loot these, it takes down the cooldown of the of all the skills except for the snowshoes one, because that one's already 3-second cooldown anyway. So it's 10 seconds per star. So that means that you can use the other skills more often or not, depending on how often you get those stars that you're looting. There's practice courses, so that's one I did yesterday, and you can go into a party of 1 to 6. Oh, that's with a party. Okay, so the actual runs are probably not going to be with party yet. Practice courses are selected by the party leader and can be played under the same conditions as real flag race. Players leave or get kicked out of a guild, their flag race ranking points will be deducted from the guild score, of course. Changes so that 1,000 guild contribution points will be given to the first-time players to complete a flag race for the week. I assume that's per character? Because it says players, right? So every first time you do one for your guild in a week, you get an extra 1,000 contribution points. Flag ranking points from November 15th to December 15th will be reset during the maintenance. Thank you for your understanding. Yeah, that was to be expected. Flag race competitive content that tests skills of control and guild unity. In this revamp, we wanted to improve inconveniences such as fixed participation times and the lack of practice mode, while preserving flag race's existing identity as much as possible. We also want to minimize pressure for participation and management by making it so that players only have to participate once a week. And for management, you can see exactly now at the end of the week who participated and how well they did for every single thing. So it's much easier to pick out the stragglers, and you can actually see who's participating and contributing to the guild more, and who is just slacking and getting carry, basically. And then a culvert, so that's the guild PQ, is no longer a PQ now. It's a solo quest now, guild SQ. For our guild, we'll probably still do like the quote-unquote PQ at the same time, and we'll probably just hang out and chill in a Discord and then go and make sure that we run through the checklist, that everyone double checks everything, and then just run together. It's going to be very short though compared to before, because everyone can go in their own time. All your buffs will be removed, and then you go in, and then you have then you'll get 2 minutes to prepare. Then you can walk in, and then you fight the Arcanas for 2 minutes. So that's like the boss at the end. No more waterways, no more killing the little minions. So it's way simpler now. But so private entry, single person entry, but you don't have the option to do the guild PQ anymore. It's just only the single person one. Can only be entered alone, and there's no limit to how many times you can be attempted. So you can do it a bunch of times to see if you can improve your damage in a different way with like a different strategy. But remember that every time you go in, your buffs all get removed. So if you and you can no longer use guild skills inside as well. That's a big change as well, because in KMS they wanted to make sure that they closed the gap between the guilds that didn't have many guild skills and the ones that had a lot, and that the ones that had a lot didn't have an even bigger advantage aside from already being stronger, to making sure that they can not solidify, but that, well, I guess solidify their position at the top and keep that even longer, right? They wanted to make it more competitive. And along with that, they also, wait, once you reach stage 6, the damage alter cards will display in units of 10 trillion through the HP UI. Yeah, I don't know if single players can reach stage 6 Arcana, so that's pretty broken. And then the points are are also different, just like with Flag Race. It's just personal score, everything added up into a giant number. And like I showed in the video yesterday as well, you'll be able to see in the UI how many points, if everything stays the same as your current situation, how many skill points you're expected to get from every single interval. So there's 3 things now. There's the jump quest, the flag race, there's the culvert, and then there's also the weekly scores, which they'll probably get into right after this. That was also added to help little guilds get an easy amount of skill points basic, that they can't really be taken away from because it's not really based on a ranking. That one is just based on participation, so that there's a minimum amount of guild skills you have access to just for being in a guild and actually playing the game. Is new event account shared or is it per character? The new event account, what is that? Should you cover ranking points? Oh, the new event account shared, or is it per character? We haven't gotten to that point yet. But stick around and we shall find. Competitive content, yeah, so here's their understanding on why they wanted to do it. I wanted them to have both the option of doing it with the guild, with the parties, and with a raid like we could already do, and then also allow the people who can't make that time to at least do a solo contribution so they can still help, and have like a combination of the two, and maybe just remove the access of the guild skills in there, because I agree with that point. Completely removing it, I feel, goes a little bit against the idea of doing things together with your guild, and it's like the one part of the week where you can hang out together with everyone. And that being removed completely feels a little bad, because, you know, I'm always trying to get more party and doing stuff together into the game, and then when we finally have something like that and then they take it away again, it's unfortunate. I don't like it. I haven't seen it yet talking, but I saw someone smega yesterday that it was out, so maybe we'll check it out in a bit. Weekly guild missions added, so this is basically this is very fast. The most guilds that have at least a little bit of active players will hit this very hard. You can get 25,000 hunting points per week per person. So a player can earn 1 weekly mission point for every 5,000 hunting points or every 80 boss points. Okay? And you just get them from killing monsters and killing bosses. If you even have just a few people participating in this, this maxes out super fast. So the total amount, and that gives you up to 5 skill points. So the actual distribution of the noblesse skill points based on flag and on the culvert. Oh, sorry, 10 skill points, yeah. So this will be very easy to get. So everyone, do it. Everyone gets a guaranteed 10 skill points, basically. Yeah, and that means that there were 5 skill points taken away from both culvert and from flag race at the highest, at the upper echelons. And then they like slowly scale that down, right? So that if you, oh, and they scale that down to also if you get absolutely nothing, you still get 5. So basically a guild who only does the contribution part and can't really rank well in the other ones gets 20 skill points compared to before getting absolutely nothing. Or sorry, before getting like 10, now they get 20, right? So the lower end for Shirinian Culvert has been taken down a bit, but the lower end for Flag Race has been taken up. And that's how it's been. But yeah, again, so you don't have to worry about these numbers too much. In the past, you'd have to always be checking like, oh, how much are we getting? How much are we getting? It's good to know these numbers, I guess. But again, in the UI, in the guild now, you'll be able to see how many skill points you are expected to get if you stay in the same ranking that you're in, so. Guild system improvements. Contribution can now be accumulated regardless of the guild level. Honor experience will no longer be decreased when a guild member leaves or gets kicked out of a guild. Cool. Last login date of guild members was expanded display from the last 7 days up to 365 days. You know, if someone's AFK for a year, it might be time to consider making room in that spot. Players can now add and manage up to 10 guild member title ranks, so you can give, now that you get a lot more insight in how long people are AFK, and how long people, and how much people contributed to the weekly stuff, you can give people specific ranks now. So you can be like top flag racer or something, you can give someone a rank like that, or like top culvert damage dealer or something. You know, you can give special ranks for certain stuff. So it's basically like giving people Discord ranks, right? But you can highlight them a little bit more, and you can do one rank for like everyone who's AFK, one rank for all the new people who are just like trainees, stuff like that. So many more tools for the juniors and for the guild leader to big dig DPS. Yeah, you could call it that if you, well, maybe you have to censor that. Dig big DPS, exactly. Yeah, sorry, my brain read it the other way. You give us Lara, December 1st, my dude. Did you see the video, Jesus? You're gonna play it, right? The first to third title ranks Master Officer Guild member that are provided by default cannot be removed. If a player would like to remove a title rank that is assigned to a guild member, the player must first change the guild member's title rank to delete the title. Yep. You can actually use the title ranks of multiple guild members at the same time. Yeah, you can select like a bunch of people and be like, okay, all of these people are getting moved from rank this one to this one. That saves a bunch of time when you're managing stuff. Players can have view participation information of the guild, so that's what I talked about. You can see how well they participated and what they did, especially if you're doing ranks connected to people's participation. It's not like, oh, you did well one time, here's the rank, and then you don't follow up, and then if they slack for the rest of the time, they'll always have that rank, right? You can be like someone who is always participating and always is getting like a top rank. That one gets this special guild rank. Change method of adding guild emblems. PNG format images can now be applied. Pung. An actual size guild emblem preview will now be provided. The wait time to re-add a guild emblem will be reduced to 10 minutes. Players can now level up multiple noblesse skills all at once. Oh yeah, cool. Yeah, you can just like click and do like bam, max it out. Noblesse skills can be used by assigning them to hotkeys. I don't know how many keys they think we have on our keyboard, but I guess if we move all of our decent skills to pet skills instead, then that might actually make it so that we have room to put our guild skills on keys. I just noticed my light upstairs is on. That's a big oops because it's dark outside and the mosquitoes will get in because my window's open. I'm gonna get stung like crazy tonight. Okay. When revising the guild greeting, players can now edit the existing text instead of writing a new draft. Oh yeah, you couldn't do that before. Nice. The guild member UI, you can now set the login notifier for guild members to be hidden. Yeah, I showed that yesterday as well. So that you don't get a pop-up every single time someone in a guild logs into the game, especially if you have them in your buddy list and in guild, and you get like double pop-ups. Well, I guess you still get pop-ups, double pop-ups from the system messages in the bottom left, right? Players can use quick move to each town to enter the guild base. Players can now enter a personal introduction when applying to join a guild. Oh, nice. Application procedure. Some achievements will be moved to Memories tab. The mount effects will be updated to include the status. Sure. Items can no longer be dropped in certain culvert and flag race maps. Okay. Only characters with weekly guild mission points of 1 or more can participate in the flag race. Oh, that's good to know. That's good to know. Like, you can't just immediately jump into flag race. You have to at least like kill a boss or kill some monsters or train a little bit before you can participate. Noblesse guild skill can't be used in the culvert. Yeah, we already mentioned that. Players can check member participation of the previous week in the UI. Yep. The member participation of the previous week can be searched after November 22nd. Yeah, because the whole week has to be... Yeah, because there's no previous week right now. HP will be restored upon entering the flag race. Oh god, this is a lot of stuff. Fix the issue where the guild emblem may appear differently. Seeing if there's anything important in here. Change the apply max attack speed, slipstream skill, and flag raise. Change the kill the tendency. Honor experience. You're gonna go sure. Fix the issue where NPC programmer Simon and flag race provided incorrect entry times for the flag race. Yikes. Earned were not properly reflected. Fix the issue. Okay, sure. Cool. Reboot world improvements. Okay, this one is the huge one. This one is the final damage change or whatever, or the reboot passive change or whatever you guys have heard this as. So basically, reboot world's passive damage increase effect will no longer be damage percent, but it will be final damage. Why? Because damage is additive. All right, that means that if you have more of it, the individual addition of more of it is subject to reduced efficiency. If you already have 1,000% damage and you add 1%, it becomes 1,001%. And therefore that last percent that you add isn't as valuable to your overall damage as we would want it to be. And because there have been additional sources of damage, specifically for GMS, the extra percentage damage coming from boss damage from familiars, this has made this system of improving people's damage unfair. Unfair for certain classes that are supposed to have way more damage than they have now because this damage isn't as efficient for them. So that we're taking all of that away, all of the damage for levels from the passive is all getting taken away and is being replaced by final damage instead. Final damage is better because it's multiplicative. Better as in it does what it's trying to do. It's trying to make everyone's damage go up by a certain amount to compensate for the lack of funding and damage increasing methods that we have in Reboot versus non-Reboot. So this is a more fair way and a more even way to increase everyone's damage by a percentage rather than by a flat amount that could see reduced efficiency the further you go into the game, and that will affect different classes differently because some classes have way more percentage damage than others. And so up to now, the classes with the highest percentages damage were actually getting not as much of a damage increase as they were supposed to be getting. There have been a lot of lists floated out there. A lot of classes named were like Shade, Wind Archer, Arc. I saw Thunderbreaker was pretty high on the list for when it came to burst, so maybe they can come back on top a little bit because of this. So they're not doing like the 1% per whatever, or 1% every 2 levels. They're doing a flat amount per level interval. So as soon as you get level 1, you get 30% final damage immediately. So that's going to mean that every new character that you make is going to immediately, like up to level 30, up to level 60, going to be way stronger than you're used to. Then level 99 is probably going to be roughly the same as what you're used to now, and then you're going to get another little boost at level 100. So Zakum should be a lot easier, that 40% final damage instead. But in general, there should be, for Reboot, for every single person in every single scenario, an increase of at least like 5 to 10% final damage. So this is a huge boost for everyone. When it comes to bossing, some classes will see up to 40+% final damage increase in their burst, depending on their current stats and depending on what class they are and how they play. So some classes will get a huge boost out of this. Other classes will see a smaller boost out of this, but this is a net increase in damage for everyone in both mobbing and bossing. Remember that for most classes, it'll mainly be different in bossing, because again, for bossing, your damage bonus percentage and your boss damage percentage are thrown into one pile, which means that there's a higher reduced efficiency there because there's more total damage. So the difference of taking a little bit of damage out there and replacing it with the final damage is bigger there than when you're regular attacking normal monsters. But we also have the damage to normal monsters hyperstat that you can use to increase your damage to normal monsters percentage. And in general, so this is going to be like in connection to optimization, damage calculation, and if you want to do weapons secondary and emblem optimization, you are going to have to redo those. And I hope you didn't like settle into your WSC like last week or something. You're going to have to redo how you consider what is good and what is bad. What I mean by that is a lot of time before people would say like, oh, you have to get like 9 lines of attack or like 8 lines of attack and maybe 1 line of IED or maybe 1 line of boss. A line of boss damage on weapon secondary or an emblem comparatively is going to become way better now. And it's going to be imperative for pretty much everyone to have at least 1 line of boss, but 2 line of boss, or maybe even 3, will be very close to being best in slot. So close that I think for most people, and I'm talking about like 98% of players probably, it's not even going to be worth to try to re-roll over that and get way more attack, because the percentage increase in total damage for switching that, or final damage, is going to be so low that that money is better spent elsewhere. For the people who are min-maxing, you know what to do, you know what calculations you need to do, you know what calculators to go to. I'm sure Master Robert's big calculator is probably going to get updated, and you know, or you have to do the updating, right? You have to show like what percentage you're getting from what. And I will be updating my progression grid as well to see like what percentage damage you're looking for at which stages of the game, right? That has to be taken away as well. Let me open that just to be... just to make sure that I do that in a little bit, right? Because this percentage damage here, functional damage percentage, that's bonus plus boss, so that's going to have to go down quite a bit, right? Okay, so... so for the people up to level 250, up to level 2, yeah, just before, up to 250, you're looking at 60% final damage, 250 to 299 up to 65% final damage, again, in replacement for the percentage damage, right? So that's going to be anywhere from like 10 to 40% final damage increase when you're bossing, and probably anywhere from 10 to like up to 30, I think, maybe 35, but like 30% final damage increase when mobbing. So take that into account, that this might mean that being able to kill monsters in a certain area, if you were pretty close, you're probably definitely going to be at that point, or you might even be overkilling by quite a bit. Master Robert's calculator is also easier to use than before. Yeah, he updated it recently, and it's freely available for everyone. So I advise you that if you're getting close to like 260, 265, and there's a lot of numbers swelling around and you're kind of like losing track of everything, use Master Robert's big calculator. It's under exclamation mark calculator. Use that. That's not how you spell it. Calculator. There you go. Go there, use it. It's very easy to use, user-friendly. Hit him up if you have any questions. He's got his own Discord as well if you have questions with anything that you need to enter. And it'll help you optimize all of your stats. Basically what I do in a progression session, but then like purely for the numbers. So like what I do is mainly helping people who are like in level 220, 230, 240, 250 range, right? This is like if you have everything and you want to min-max and just have objectively like the best setup, right? I'm doing it pretty intuitively, so I'm trying to be a little bit careful, but this calculator takes everything into account. So if you want to make sure you're getting everything necessary, go there. And then once you leave level 300, you get an extra 5% final damage. I mean, dude, if you get to 300, I feel like this should be like 85 or something. Like, fuck it. If anyone ever gets there, they deserved it. But they only get an extra 5%. Although at that point, getting 5% final damage is pretty huge. And remember, final damage is multiplicative, right? I already mentioned that. But that means that if I do 100 damage and I add 65% final damage, I'll do 165. No questions asked. Doesn't matter how much final damage I already have. Doesn't matter how much of anything I have. You add 65% final damage to 100 damage, it becomes 165. Just times 1.65. That's it. And yeah, in that sense, it's way better. But yeah, so everyone will see their visual range go up by a lot. But remember, damage range, visual damage range is not a good metric to look at. What you want to look at is the milestones here, right? Is the numbers. These numbers are what you want to aim for. There you go. These are the numbers that you want to look into. All right. These are numbers, right? Not your visual damage range, because that's all over the place. It'll fluctuate very heavily, and between different classes, it's a very unreliable tool to look at, and a very unreliable number to be like, oh, this is definitely what this means. So, in conjunction with that, they also reduce the HP of normal monsters. So again, you get more damage, plus monsters are easier to kill, but their experience, their drops, and everything stays the same. So people who are close to moving to a new area, and this is probably going to people who stayed in Limina longer because they can't really go to Cernium or Burning Cernium yet, you are probably going to be moving up. And people who are training in Burning Cernium, you're probably all going to be trying to move to Hotel. So 2% HP decrease, monsters up to level 120, that's pretty low. Up to 134% decrease, 6% decrease, 8, 10, 12% decrease in the HP from monsters between 170 and 300. So that's pretty much all the monsters in the game. 12% decrease is significant. That's 1/8 of their HP gone. Especially at the higher end, those boys are super strong. Then the HP of field monsters in areas with arcane power requirements have also been decreased by even more. So 200 to 210, 13%. 210 to 220, 14%. I don't know if these things stack, but 18% decrease for arcane power requirements, 230 to 300. And then HP of field monsters with areas with sacred power. No, this is separate. Okay, normal field monsters. Sacred power requirements will be decreased 260 to 300 by 18%. Just like these. This is almost a fifth of the HP, right? This is more than 1/6 of the HP just disappearing. Yeah, so I think this is going to move a lot of people into Cernium, Burning Cernium, and Hotel. Because, yeah, 30% more final damage, 18% HP flat decrease. It's going to be way easier to kill these monsters. And then increasing the hyperstat of the damage to normal monsters, don't forget that one. Damage increase amount according to level difference will be adjusted. Monsters will now be applied with up to 120% damage when attacked by characters with a higher level than them. Oh yeah, true. So right now, you get 10% final damage for being 5 levels above. That already existed in Reboot. However, the extra now is that the ceiling is increased, so you can go up to 10 levels higher now and get up to 120% of your final damage. So basically what happens is, like Crane and like the people who are level 285 and they're attacking the Black Mage, instead of getting 10% final damage increase, they're getting 20% final damage increase now. I remember, final damage, multiplicative, that's the best way of increasing your damage. I wish they would say final damage here, but they say 120% damage. It's a little bit confusing because damage is used as percentage damage, so but they mean final damage here. So it's 120% of your total damage applied. Black Mage at level 285. But this is going to make people basically go solo Black Mage. Alicia's ring box will no longer provide unusable rings for each job. So the weapon jump rings and the level jump rings are going to be for the stat that the character has. Limit rings, Monocut rings, Crisis HM rings, and Crisis M rings will no longer be given to jobs that do not use MP. Specifically for Reboot because we don't have trade. Changes will be made to Reboot gift box. I should probably make this into a command or a picture or something. Level required to use the gift box will be changed from level 60 to level 100. This is good. It's a difference of like a few hours, but it's good that people don't get to open it too quickly because the things inside are very valuable. So you don't want people to, waste the potential of the items early on. That's just unfortunate, And then level 90 box can be opened at 150 and the 120 box at 200. You can use the box for 228 maintenance to obtain the changed rewards. And the duration of time restricted items will be increased from 14 days to 30 days. So good, very good as well. Because, again, if people open it a little bit too early, they might get actually fucked over because the items will expire before they have something good to use it on, right? Typically, early on, you want to use it on your emblem. You want to use it on a secondary weapon. And it might take a while to get those items. And if you open the box, the items start ticking, and you don't have the other items to use it on, you might end up using it on something that is not very valuable. So, Reboot gift box stage 1, level 30. Oh, there's a level 30 before this. Okay, the 30 stays the same. Okay, they should have probably included the level 30 here. Level 30 stays the same. So level 31 gives you 50 mil. Wow, okay. That's only once per account again. So 500 power elixirs, 7-day teleport rock. And then the one now at level 100 gives you 50 mil character slot expansion coupons, 300% epots, 100 occult cubes, and 500 power elixirs. Then the 150 gives you 100 mil character slot expansion again. Another 3 epic pots, 5 Master Crosswind cubes each, and 500 power elixirs. And then the 200 gives you 200 mil, 30 nodes, and 5 eternal flames. And the Reboot gift box stage 5 is removed. Yeah, so it's like condensed, but 30 nodes in there. Oh, we were kind of talking about that, right? With the rewards and guiding people along the way. At least first time, giving people more nodes when they reach level 200. So they're putting that in this. That's kind of cool. Maybe I can zoom out and be in a completely different part of the where I was at because Chrome. Boom. I guess I'll just like upload that to Imgur or something. It's just so I have that. Because right now we have exclamation mark reboot a box. Oh. Right now we have this page, which has like a beautiful picture of everything and what to do and like all the rewards. So I hope this gets updated, because if this gets updated I can still link to the same page. But this is from 2015, right? So this would have to be updated regardless, I think, because it's still on the official site. So I might temporarily use both, but I'll definitely make sure to reach out to Nexon and hope that they change the existing page so that we can just keep using the same one. Bucks is once per account when the account is new. Yes. What is a good zoom? Is this a good zoom? Yeah, this is a good zoom. Okay. Content improvement. Monster life improvements. I'm not going to go over that because we don't have that in Reboot, but this is probably a lot of quality of life stuff, it looks like. But yeah, don't play in non-reboots. We're gonna skip that. Hope you don't mind. Monster Park improvements. Following Monster Park stages will be removed. The XP for clearing Monster Park's Vanishing Journey, Lackline Dream City, and Auto Security Area will be increased. Oh, improved. That's removed. Jesus. Add a new Monster Park for Arcana. The Mysterious Forest Arcana will be added to Monster Park. It can only be entered by characters who completed the Arcana. Okay, so far, the last 3 ones they added, every single time they added them, they had to optimize the path and make it better after a while. I hope they learned their lesson now after 3 times, and now with Arcana, hopefully it's finally good from the beginning and not a horrible path for like a while, and then they have to redo it again in 6 months. But let's see. Let's see if they learned from their lessons now. In order to improve the character growth experience in the early to mid-level 200s, we increased the reward EXP of certain Monster Park areas by about 20% and added the Arcana. So it's actually going to be a huge chunk of EXP for Vanishing Journey, Lackline, because there's also another thing coming that's going to increase your daily EXP a lot, which means that if you log into your main, you're just doing the dailies like Symbols and Monster Park, and you're mainly using your time to build more of your Legion, you'll still get decent growth on your main character, and we'll get back to that in a little bit, so a little bit sneak peek of what's coming. Auction House improvements, yeah, non-reboot, you read that. Death penalty improvements. The reduced EXP will now be displayed when the character death penalty is applied. Checkbox area of UI buffer into a button to prevent mistakes. Oh yeah, that's gonna look different, yeah. Profession improvements. Production status will be locked to you are too fatigued when the profession fatigue is completely exhausted. Revise the profession UI size so the names of craftable items and their craftable quantities can be displayed properly. Properly displayed, whatever. Fix the issue where if the last correct answer input for the macro detector was the up or down arrow key while players were harvesting mining in front of a ladder or a rope, they would start harvesting or mining while hanging from them. I thought that was just a little weird, but okay, they're fixing that. It's okay. Then they say that Arcana Monster Park is going to be 15x the current Lack EXP. I don't remember the exact number, but I think it is high, yeah. Read somewhere that it was 15 bill EXP. I mean, it is for level 225 and up. I guess we'll see. Also, Lackline is being increased now, so it might be higher than the old one. I think people were talking about 15 bill EXP. I think when they were talking about that, I think they were talking about doing your 7 runs per day, that you can get a total of 17 bill from doing all the runs, I think. So that it was like slightly more than 2 bill per run, if I'm not mistaken. Because they were talking about like you can get this chunk from Monster Park, this chunk from doing your dailies, and if you do that, then you can actually get roughly this much EXP per day just for doing Monster Park and your symbol dailies. Looks like it's 2.2. Yeah, okay, yeah, that makes sense then. Glad we cleared that one up. 15 bill in 2 minutes would be 450 bill an hour, which is some Burnium type shit. Yeah, but well, I would be okay with that being possible, Boscopes, as long as you can only do that for 15 minutes a day, right? So that's kind of what I was talking about with like the hyperbolic time chamber for training. Is if every character could have access to some crazy EXP, but you could only do it for like 15 to 30 minutes a day. That's basically what Monster Park is becoming, right? Ezreal also did say that the slime ring was part of the pitch boss set, which is, according to KMS, yeah, I think he misspoke on that. NPC Shop Improvements. Coin Shop players can now make multiple purchases at once by entering the Okay, I'll give you guys about 10 seconds to recover from that brainstorm that you just... Yes, MapleStory, the game that is 15 years old, will now allow you to buy multiple items at once from an event store. Can we get some claps in the chat for Nexon? They got it right one time, chat. Credit where credit is due. Beautiful. What about the cash up, though? No. Baby steps, dude. Baby steps. Come on. 21st century. Hell yeah. Look at that. Look at that. The chat. Oh, my finger got cut off there. Okay. Big pogs. Okay. If item has a max holding quantity of 1 per inventory slot or the item is sold in a bundle, player can only purchase 1 at a time. Of course. The meso limit for a single transaction at NPC Shop would change from max of 2 billion to 10 billion. Yeah, because this was also a thing. If you wanted to sell like a whole stack of Philosopher's Stones to an NPC, you couldn't do that. You had to break it up because it was too much money at once. Because they have so many symbols. Okay, before we get to that, remember, there are going to be a lot of droplets, I said symbols, a lot of droplets in the event shop, right? Up to 800 that you can buy for Mezzo, and 100 that you can get from event currency. Definitely try to get the 100 for event currency. You don't have to buy the 800 for Mezzo just yet. Why not? Because what KMS also did is they added in Reboot a shop permanently that allows you to buy them for 50 mil each after the event, right? You don't want to overbuy now, and then if you get lucky and you don't blow them all up, be stuck with a whole bunch of money in droplets that you can't use in any way other than getting other people more arcane drops, right? Especially if there's another shop coming where you can buy a flexible amount or an unlimited amount. The other thing is also that these event shops do not give you discounts based on like being part of the guild. But the event store, the base store afterwards will, so you can actually get them a little bit cheaper. And if you're gonna buy a lot of them, even though it's only a small discount, it can make a significant difference later on. So make sure you don't buy too many now. Definitely go for the event currency ones, but don't buy too many now because we're like 99.99% sure that we're gonna have permanent unlimited quantities afterwards. So take that into account. Going into this going into this event, and going into the shop, and when you check everything. Just realize that the final damage you get from Reboot passive and extra final damage from being over leveled also multiplies with each other. You get an extra 3 to 4% final damage from Wisconsin. Yep. Yeah, it's going to be massive. It's definitely going to add up together greatly, especially if you're going over 275 and you're doing Black Mage. A lot of the Black Mage runs are going to get a lot faster. Yeah, these are all final damage, and these are all, which means they all empower each other. Yeah. Mulong Dojo improvements, or NPC Shop improvements. NPC Shop is gonna make. Oh yeah, no, we read that, yeah, because it was big. Mulong Dojo improvements added a short wait time for when the time out happens. So if the players clear Mulong Dojo and run out of time at the same time, they can still move on to the next floor. Oh, Pirat Kala is gonna love this because I think it like 3 times he just cleared someone and then he got kicked out when he just cleared the boss and the floor didn't count. Cooldowns for Tarantulas petrification patterns on the 52nd floor and Arena's invincibility pattern on the 57th floor will be increased. Okay, good. So they can't spam that as much. The hitbox range for Dragon War in the Mulong Dojo will be increased in the downwards direction. Oh my god, if a Demon Avenger gets there, he can actually use Frenzy. Amazing. The hitbox... Oh yeah, we just read that. Charm will no longer decrease even if the fame drops if the charm is... Yes! Now if I lose RPS, I won't have to go using a charm item to get back to level 100, level 100 charm. Beautiful. Alright, system improvements. So I went over this yesterday as well during my Lara preview because we could already in the test server see this. So if you want to see this visually with all of the lines and with the explanation that I did, definitely check out yesterday. But basically all of these stats here, knockback resistance, status resistance, also Mezzo obtain and drop rate were added to the list, and buff duration. You can hover over them in a stat window and you can see exactly how much you're getting and what all the sources are. So you can double check if everything is on. Plus if you're ever curious curious about how much you're getting exactly from which sources, it'll all be shown there. Also, remember that even though it does say that the drop rate is limited to a certain percentage, that only limitation that we know of in GMS for drop rate is that you can only get 200% from your equips. Other than that, it doesn't seem like there's any cap for GMS whatsoever, even though this stat window does say that there is one, because there exists one for KMS. And my going theory on that is that for GMS it was removed because of the extra drop rate from familiars and giving more value to that system and allowing that to apply. Okay, that means that we were 1 hour in because we're at the end of that video. All right. Cool. So we're halfway. We're about halfway. Yeah, clean. And we already skipped like this part. Potential improvements. The 2 critical damage plus percentage stats in the set rates for each stat were combined into 1. I don't know if that does anything, but okay. There are apparently 2 different critical damage lines, but okay. Change the appearance rates of the following stats. The following stats will no longer appear when using red, black, Master Craftsman, Meister, Violet, or Cube. 20% boss damage on unique is gone. Okay. All skill levels +1 and +2 and +3 are all gone. Elemental resistance and status resistance on legendary also gone. All right. These percentages have been pretty much equally distributed along the other stats, but mainly the unique boss damage percentage has been improved more significantly than the other ones, because of course the 20% boss damage was taken away. If you have existing 20% boss, it will not get changed into 30% boss. That's important to know, okay? Don't think that might happen. The line stays existing if it did before, but you just won't be able to roll that anymore. And then bonus potential cube, elemental resistance, skill levels, and status resistance. They basically just removed all of those from the thing. And this is again part of the rollout of stuff, of improvements coming after the major upsets earlier this year, when all of the stats were exposed and the rates were exposed and everything. And a lot of people said, like, why are these things even in the cubes? They're making our rates horrible. There's going to be more of these lines of improvements, but they're not doing them all at once to not change the rates too crazily from one day to the next, but they're slowly easing into that stuff. So, what was the final damage cap on Reboot based on level difference before? It was 10% for up to 5 levels higher for Reboot, and now it's up to 20% for 10 levels higher, which non-Reboot already had that as well, but their percentage was higher, I think. Or they ended up with the same percentage, but it started earlier. I think you already got bonus damage when you're at the same level as the monster. I think 5% on non-Reboot, if I'm not mistaken, but it could be because I don't play there. All decent skill stats will be bundled into a group, and stats that can be set for the decent skill group will be limited to 1 max. So this does mean that you won't be able to roll decent sharp eyes and decent speed infusion gloves at the same time anymore. You can only get up to 1 decent skill per roll. This should improve the overall effectiveness of outcomes, but I think for gloves, arguably, it could be a bit of a nerf. Because honestly, if you can roll crit damage, decent sharp eyes, decent speed infusion on a glove, I would say that's like almost as close as as rolling double crit damage, because I mean the sharp eyes gives you crit damage and it gives you access to 2 extra skill nodes. That's like up there, or like that's probably better than getting a lot of crit damage, honestly, depending on what stage of the game you're in, obviously. But yeah, that one scenario is now gone, but you know, other than that, I think this is a pretty good improvement overall. And I assume that in our boy Suckhard's calculators, all of these lines will be removed as well, and the percentages will be removed accordingly with the KMS numbers. Of course, we don't know exactly for everything if the numbers are the same in GMS as in KMS, but I guess we have to assume until we know better. The units of playtime and exit UI will now be displayed in digits up to hundredths. Will it actually be displayed correctly, though? Because I've heard from a lot of people that it just says 3 hours, even if they were only in for like 10 minutes. Players can now select the color. So this is good for all the colorblind people. Players can now select the color for Whisper, Friend, Guild, and Alliance chats in the text window. And you can choose from a list of colors, whichever one you want. I know what I'm definitely going to do is I'm going to switch the colors of Alliance and Guild chat, because the Alliance now looks like the old Guild chat and the Guild chat looks like the old Alliance chat, and it's fucking me up. So I need to switch those two around. But yeah, other than that, for me, I can see the distinction between the colors quite clearly. But if people are colorblind and they are confusing colors because they look dissimilar in whatever color blindness they have, you'll be able to now freely choose the color, so that could help a lot. Yeah, it's not a huge change. They just consolidated the 2 lines of crit damage that existed. The description for the transfer selection checkbox when leveling up 0 weapons was updated to include the Star Force is also transferred. Changed so that the print screen key no longer functions while running the game. However, the screenshot function using the Alt print screen keys can still be used. So you can accidentally... Are you going to accidentally print screen? That button is like way out there, but okay. Chat color change greater than final damage change. Is it easier to get 2-line crit damage or harder? I believe it's the same. It's just a coding change. Instead of having like twice the chance for 1%, you're going to have once the chance for 2%. Will the final damage change means it will be easier to do bosses at earlier levels of funding, CRA, Hard Hill, etc.? Yeah, everyone will be able to do everything a little bit earlier. In general, yeah. Because the final damage change is going to make everyone stronger across the board. At least like at least 10% stronger at everything. And some people up to 40% stronger at bosses. Maybe up to 45 even if you're like really crazy in the percentages. The transfer count for link skill will be increased to 4. 4 link skill transfers per day, and you can even pay more if you want to change up to 10 times in a day. It gets pretty expensive though if you do it a lot. But basically this means you'll be able to move through links, move through Legion, and always have all of your links on that you work so hard for, and yeah, be able to unlock a lot more content, a lot more characters. Is it 5 mil per link skill? 5 mil per link skill if you're moving for the 5th time in a day. So if you're moving 4 times in a day, that means you've already done stuff on 5 different characters. So if you're doing it on 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 characters in a single day, then, I mean, then it starts costing, yeah, but I don't think you're ever going to need that. I think you're going to be moving your link skills at max 3 times a day. 4 would already be a high exception. But yeah, per link skill, yeah. So that can get quite costly. But even then, if it's 5 mil per link skill and you're moving 12 link skills, that's 60 mil across the board. That's still not insane, but I wouldn't do that too much. 4 should be more than enough. The enhancement animation for the Legendary Spirit skill will be simplified. Okay, the weapon constant for Hero and Paladin to use one-handed weapons will be increased from 1.3 to 1.34 and 1.2 to 1.24 respectively. So this is the last change for Heroes and Paladins that has been announced to basically equalize the damage output between one-handed and two-handed. From everything that I understand, two-handed is still slightly better scaling towards endgame, but it is very close from what I understand. Do ask like Reboot, specific discords or ask specific heroes at high levels who have done all the maths. From what I understand, if you're already pretty invested into one-handed, you can just stay one-handed and you're going to be pretty much at best in slot. If you haven't committed yet, go two-handed if you want to min-max, and then you can be slightly stronger. Number 2 for the day. Some bishop skills will be improved. Benediction can now receive the buff freezer item effect. Oh, they couldn't before somehow. The max number of enemies hit by Peacemaker activated Holy Light will be increased from 10 to 15. Actual mobbing skill, Pog. Bowmaster's Hurricane will be added with an effect that increases arrow stream's damage by 50%. That's the main mobbing skill where you're like, boom, boom, and then everything kind of dies. Some marksman skills will be improved. Nice. Explosive bolt damage will be increased from 700 to 925. Dragon breath damage will be increased from 525 to 560. Blah, blah, blah. Pathfinder skills improved. Nova Blast, an extra attack. Relic Unbound's gauge cost will be decreased by 100. Prison Pathfinder can use Cardinal Torn in the opposite direction from where they're facing. While using certain skills, they will be moved to the opposite direction instead of it being used in place. Good shit. Buccaneer improvements. So a lot of stuff here. Reflection increases attack power when supercharged and ultra is fully charged. Precision Strike and Typhoon Crush will be added with a passive function that increases the attack power and mastery level by 30. The Power Unity's energy cost will be decreased from 1500 to 1000. That's really nice because that's an expensive skill to keep up the... And you need to spam it for the critical damage. And the Howling Fist energy cost will decrease from 1750 to 1250. Alright. That's actually really nice to keep their energy up more easily. And to give their attack as a passive instead of as a combination of being full energy. So that attack is going to be a passive now. So that's pretty nice for bucks. Mihal improvements. Oh god, there's a lot of stuff here. I don't know if I want to go over all of this into detail. Stage Cube's cooldown decreased by 30 seconds. Duration will be decreased by 5 seconds. Damage increased from 10 to 15. And max HP increase function will be changed into a passive. Shield of Light's cooldown from 300 down to 180. That's a big decrease. Shield duration will be decreased from 40 to 25. Defense count will, for stages 1 to 3, will be decreased from 16, 16, 21 to 9, 9, 12. But yeah, just to compensate for how much more often you can use the skill. Excuse me. When shield is gone, the defense count required to increase final damage by 1% will be decreased from 2 to 1. And the final damage increase duration at level 25 will be decreased from 150 seconds to 89 seconds. And the 5% base damage increase will be removed. Okay, so just more use out of the skill, and you can use it way more. Again, I see a lot of 180s coming up here. That's pretty interesting, because that's going to synchronize with full domain. If more and more parties are going to just domain whenever domain is up, again, that's going to offset the binds a little bit, so you have to be careful with that. But that could be pretty interesting to see if we can see some new DPM combinations. Why 89 seconds? I don't know why they didn't just want to do 90. I'm not sure. I'm not sure why 130 to 150 and then 180 to 89. I don't know. I guess at level 25, maybe it'll go to 90 seconds at level 30 or something. Anything worth saving for on the Mezzo coin shop for new or unfunded players? We'll get into that. The following Cygnus Knight's element summon buffs will be changed into on-off skills. The little soul looters. Okay. Blaze Wizard. Orbital Flame will be improved to be less affected by connection status to the server. Finally. Man, I thought that already went through like months ago. Okay. Lion Explosive Attack will be improved so that it hits all at once without intervals of delay. Oh, that'll help you blow up like Chaos Pierre, and that not after like 2 hits he'll just transform or like split, right? But instead it does it all at once, so you can blow him up a little bit more easily. Some Wind Archer skills have been improved. When Wind Archer's Trifling Wind is created and target an enemy, but the enemy disappears, it will take priority on searching enemies within the range of where the enemy was located when it was created. That's always nice. Albatross attack power, HP, crit rate, and attack speed increase function will be changed into passives. An on-off feature for the cape will be added. Albatross's max attack power, damage, IED, crit rate, status resistance, all elemental resistance, and attack speed increase functions, that's a lot, will be changed into passives as well, and will be applied additively with Albatross's stat increase. The total stat increases are the same as before, they were changed into passives. Oh, an update from yesterday. The bow booster was changed to passive, and the skill name was changed to bow acceleration. Added function that increases dex at master level by 20. Okay, so you guys have to use fewer skills now, and you have all passives. Now I don't want to hear shit from Wind Archers and your buffs anymore, okay? That's out now. Thunderbreaker's multi-lightning spear will be increased. I still don't understand. This skill in Tespia looked like, okay, finally Thunderbreaker's got something nice. Now they can stop being like horribly subpar. And then the next update in Tespia was like, oh, we took that one skill that was really good and then we nerfed it into the ground. And it's like, why do you do this to these guys? These guys deserve like a huge skill so they could finally do some fucking burst. And then, yeah. So linked attack increased 750 to 1000%, lightning increased from 1000 to 1100, final link increased from 12 to 1400, and then large light increased from 1450 to 1500. I still don't think this is enough, but at least it's a step in the right direction. Aaron's combo display effect cannot be moved by dragging it with the mouse. I didn't know you couldn't do that yet. Luminous Liberation Orb effect damage will be increased from 850 to 1000 for balance and 825 to 975 for imbalance. Cool, cool, cool. That's the little orbs that fly around when you're no, not the little orbs when you're flying around, but when you're actively using the skill, like all of the orbs that come around you and then during your burst, basically. Wild Arrow Blast grenade damage at master level when the skill is used while mounted on Jaguar will increase from 380 to 655. Okay. World Arrow Blast type X's damage. That's a key down skill. Increased from 950 to 1050%. Ilium's reaction skills damage will be increased based on mastery level. Alright, so that's 11% final damage increase on all of these. That's pretty big. Ice Lightning Mage Freezing Breath will continue to attack the enemies it has attacked once, and the damage will be reduced from 450 to 80% based on master level. Because the skill keeps going off and it's like damage over time. Some Wind Archer skills will be improved. Okay. Stabilize for 2 seconds. Vortex Sphere cooldown will be reduced from 35 to 30, and when Vortex Sphere attacks a boss launches people will be reduced by 50% for 1 second. So it should hit bosses way more. So another Wind Archers. Alright, you finally get your stuff, okay? This one is just snuck in here, but this one is absolutely massive, okay? Weapon constant will increase from 1.0 to 1.2 when Evan uses a stuff for 1. Also Battle Mage, okay? This is very small. This looks like nothing, but this is a 20% final damage increase on Battle Mages and Evans. Now, remember, we got the monsters, the regular monsters in Arcana, or in Grandis, losing 18% of their HP. We have Evans and Battle Mages gaining 20% of their final damage. We have us all gaining more final damage if we're higher monsters than the level, and we have the Reboot passive change. Okay, so if you tried in these areas and these monsters were too strong, I implore you to try again after the update. Some people are going to see their damage probably increase by almost... it's almost going to be doubled in some areas. If you add all of these things up, it's going to be pretty close to doubling. And some of those kind of forgotten support classes like BAM will actually start hitting pretty hard. Well, some of the higher end Battle Mages were already hitting pretty hard, but they're going to be absolutely massive now. Add an ability to recover MP by 0.1% of damage dealt while using the Drain Aura. Sure. Abyss Lightning duration will be increased from 35 to 40 seconds. Nice, synchronizing with Hard Lucid duration. The creation limit of Netherworld passages will increase from 4 to 6. And the max number of enemies hit by Netherworld Lightning will be increased from 6 to 8. And added a function that increases damage against normal monsters by 30% while it's active. Okay, so Abyssal Lightning getting like the old 4-way buff as well for Battle Mages, so that should be really nice. Xenon Improvements. Oh god, it's a lot of stuff. Passives. All stats increase from 2025. Hybrid. What is the ability to change according to based on master level? 45% is fixed, and damage reduction will be increased from 5% to 10% on hybrid defenses. Based on master level, the duration of parts code will be increased from 30 to 40 seconds, and final damage boost will be increased from 25 to 30%. parts is basically one of the most important buffs of this class. You have to try to keep it up at all times to get your final damage increased. Overall Cataclysm damage will be increased from 900 to 1500. Doesn't really matter because it's mainly an iframe and a debuff. I guess if you're mobbing with it now, you can actually kill monsters, but I don't know if people are going to use this because it locks you in place a little bit. Xenon's Photon Ray will now aim 3 shots at once when taking initial aim. This skill was just way too slow. You had to be aiming for way too long before you can hit your damage. It's actually a decent amount of damage, but it took too long to aim in certain boss fights. Like, this is basically the thing that killed me over and over for trying to use it in Vellum, because I was trying to aim a lot, and then as soon as I had enough aim, Vellum would disappear again, and I could never really use it. So it should be taking aim way faster now, so you can have more utility from it. Okay. Kane, more improvements. Phantom Blaze damage increase from 35% to 115%. Tearing Knife from 95 to 115 as well. Death Blessing execute final damage increase due to the merit buff that increases. The advanced Death Blessing will increase from 5 to 10% at max level. And Chasing Shots cooldown. There's a Chasing Shot buff. Cooldown decrease from 30 to 25. And max enemies hit increase from 7 to 8. And this also bounces, right? So that's... 35 to 115 is a massive damage increase. It is, but it is also one of the earlier skills, Phantom Blade, and it doesn't hit that many lines, so it's not going to be like all over the place. But it is a decent increase for sure, yeah. The Adele change is nice. Wait, did I read over Adele? It's after Xenon? Oh, here. Oh, yeah, that was the next one. Sorry, my bad. Del's Ether Crystal will be improved so that it is unaffected by skill effect transparency. I wish it was affected a little bit. I don't know. Like, if it's fully visible, I think it's too obnoxious. If it's fully transparent, it's bad because you can't see them at all. There needs to be, like, an in-between for that. I don't know. I wish there were, like, multiple sliders so you could just set it exactly to... I wish you could make groups of skills and then just put a slider for those specific skills. Like, more customization. I wish you had that, but... You know, this is the best that we can do, I guess. For now. For now. For you. Link skill UI link skills will be improved so that they will be sorted and displayed alphabetically, alright? So if you're looking for link skills afterwards, I'm going to be looking for them as well, but they're all going to be alphabetical. So we're actually going to have to learn the names of the link skills now, alright? Not the order of the pictures where they were. It's going to be a big challenge, but I believe we can do it. By link skill name or class? By link skill name. Right, boss and monster improvements. All right, we're almost... All right, we have 30 more minutes. I think we can do it. Okay. Legion raid placement feature can now be used in the boss entry waiting maps and the Ursus entry waiting map. Yay! You don't have to leave the map to check your Legion anymore. Fix your skills effective changes in the map's background. Sure. Incorrect practice mode. Found an issue where an incorrect practice mode entry count would be displayed in the following situations. Okay. Certain bosses, if the player continuously clicked on the exit portal immediately after entering or changing phases, it would delay the boss from appearing. Oh. Added new achievements for Gloom and Darknell. Oh yeah, I talked about this yesterday as well. When you make a party, you can now set party leader only to be able to obtain items dropped as shared rewards, or you can set it to basically free for all when you make the party. Of course, then if the leader crashes, it probably just snaps to the next highest level person, which you might not be okay with, and then that person can still yoink it. This is also an imperfect system, of course, but I don't know. They're just trying stuff out, I guess. Item acquisition permission can be viewed. You'll see if you open up the party window if it's set to party leader or if it's set to free for all, basically. Unjobbed. 30 minutes until maintenance ends? No, it's like another hour and a half, but I've got a progression session. Items dropped as individual rewards can be obtained regardless of the party settings, of course. Boss queen map reward points, quests will be completed when your character level meet the minimum level requirements. Enter the boss. During Hilla Hard's vampire pattern, monsters in the middle of summoning will no longer become its target. Ah, okay. Cool. So now if you kill those monsters, she should stop regenerating, right? Hopefully. Fixtures where if the following medal quests were forfeited, then re-accepted, the previous attempts records were still preserved. Okay, nobody does that content anyway. In Lotus, the consecutive energy orb firing pattern will now end upon defeating phase 3. Thank God. Fix the issue. Like, they're not addressing the underlying issue though. They're like, okay, the fireballs will stop hitting you when you kill the boss. It's like, no, if you kill the boss, that phase shouldn't be going on at all because the boss is dead, so you shouldn't be able to do it. They're not fixing the underlying issue that is leading to this thing happening. They're just putting a patch over the bug happening. But okay. Fix the issue where the attack hitbox of the objects falling. Nice. You just ruined your follower age, Aquafina. I hope it was worth it for the 4-second meme. Fix the issue where the attack a hitbox of the objects falling in Lotus boss battle was larger than the actual image. Maybe the Demolishizer is not going to hit you from halfway across the map. Now do it with the purple circles and the blue circles in Von Bon, dude. Yes, it was? Okay. Fix the issue where Pink Bean, Chaos, Pink Pulverizer attack range did not match with the effects. Can this just be a thing that they do for every single thing in all video games ever? To match the visual representation of a thing with the actual hitbox of the thing? That is the one thing that just triggers me into fucking orbit in all video games. Is when the AoE or the visual representation of something is not congruent with where the hitbox is and where you take damage. It's so frustrating. Poll in the chat, any mods can make that one? Picture Pink Bean's Matryoshka buff icon can be seen in Pink Bean Chaos Best Battle where the elimination pattern is triggered. Sound effects for signals were too quiet. Terror state. Flame pattern will now also end when the terror state ends. Players could not jump higher than a certain height in the upwards direction. Oh, I saw this when I was trying Lucid in the pro run with Noah, where he hard carried. I was on the right side of the map, and I tried the up jump, and there was a lower ceiling. It was really weird. I didn't notice that before, because I never tried that on the right side before. Facing Lucid Phase 2, if the player inflicted Lucid with an abnormal status immediately upon entry, Lucid would gradually move downwards. Oh my god. No more down... Actually, no more falling down, even in the beginning of Phase 2? I'm gonna have to see about that. But that would be pretty cool if you can actually immediately bind in Phase 2 now and immediately go and not have to wait for 20 seconds. That would be dope. Fixture and lose Phase 2 if the player died in mid-air before falling to the bottom at least once. A 50% HP and potion seal abnormal status would be applied upon revival. Oh, yeah, okay. I didn't know that was a thing. Features where sometimes Lucid's illusion bullet hail would be triggered even though the butterfly was removed by blowing the trumpet. Oh my god, no more fake Tohos after you cleanse? Only a mere... What is it, 4 years? 5 years after the boss was released? I think 4 years. I think 4 years after Lucid release. Information will now also be displayed as a system message when Lucid's powerful summon pattern is triggered. Oh, a system message. Now there's no excuse anymore to miss the attacks, boys. Any patterns that are about to be activated when entering Phase 3 will now disappear. Okay. They used to just not deal damage, but like the dragon beam going through you in Phase 3 when the dragon is being summoned is a little bit annoying. So it's probably better to just get rid of it. She could not use attack patterns if she was hit with certain skills. Will boss battle practice mode, even the party members. If she were in will boss battle, using moonlight during some rush skills will end the rush. Oh, didn't know that. Fixed issue where the screen move from left to right when using some skills in will phase boss battle. What about where the screen moves from top to bottom? As the player is challenging will in single player mode when the space collapse pattern is activated. So this is the test in Phase 1. Moonlight orbs and dark orbs can now be dropped by attacking the observing eye in the area the player is currently located in. So if you're soloing, it says in single player mode. So I guess I don't know. But if you're if you're soloing will, you'll be able to get the balls to drop in the same extended until further notice. Wait, what? Why is it two different ones? There was an attempt. The extended until and further notice will be added together. It was too long. It was too long. We made a choice was made. A creative choice was made. And Saren Phase 2 boss battle, if casting delay for sunset patterns triple slice has been increased. Well, I saw Kyo try Saren. You know, he held back so that Saren would look good, of course, but didn't want to make the boss look too easy when he was crushing it on his Lara. Fix the issue where if chosen Saren was defeated by a party, pets automatically pick up shared item drops. Ooh. That's... I mean, good thing we haven't killed Saren yet, because that would be pretty yikes. Be sure players are knocked back and hit by its rush attack. Okay, a lot of Saren fixes. This is a boss that we're not doing. Oh no, wait, never mind. Not too many. Oh, Damien, okay. Fix the issue where players are knocked back as if hit by the rush attack when coming into contact with Damien right after the rush attack ends. Oh my god, more Damien fixes? Fix the issue with Damien where if the player died due to stacks brands, sometimes 2 swords. Nice. Entry requirement for Root Abyss. Ah, there it is. Okay, you only have to do normal Root Abyss 5 times instead of 10 now to be able to access CRA, boys. Now this is a blessing in disguise because this means that you're gonna have fewer times of killing Root Abyss, fewer mesos from boss crystals, fewer opportunities to get the shop to buy extra big potions. But for most people, you're gonna see this buff. Okay. Skill ignores ability the player is on fire during the Crimson Queen. Did not put out the flames when hit by a storm attack. Okay. When attempting to re-enter after clearing a Root Abyss boss, the time required to re-enter will no longer be displayed. Oh yeah, because you already cleared it. Yeah, it'd be silly like, oh, you can't go in for another 28 minutes. No, it should say you can't go in at all. And this, oh dude, this is like a logic fallacy thing. If you guys are in like IT, you guys do coding, you guys do whatever, please make this be a thing, okay? So if you have to check for multiple factors to see if you answer correctly to these factors before you can do the whole thing, never display only one, because then you'll have to just wait or do that one thing, and then you're like, okay, now I can do it, and then you check for the second one, and then the second one says, oh no, you still can't do it because this. Always mention all of the checks at the same time, so that a person can make an informed decision whether they want to answer to all of these requirements or just fuck off with it, okay? Because I tried to give someone NX one time in another server, and it was like, oh, you need to be level 60. So I actually trained the character for like an hour and a half after stream to try to get the level 60 so I could give them the NX item for the giveaway. And then I was level 60, I went into Cash Up, and they say, oh, you can only do it on an account that's older than a month. And it's like, why don't you just tell me that immediately? This is so fucking cucked. Like, just give me both of those requirements in the beginning so I can already say if it's worth completing one of them, right? So yeah, displaying like, oh, you have to wait 28 minutes until you can enter the boss fight, and then you wait 28 minutes and it's like, oh yeah, but you can't enter again because you already killed it, right? That's so silly. So please, you know, learn from this if you guys ever do like design like this stuff. Okay, who's winning? What do people think? Yeah, people think it's gonna be extended. Okay, cool. Chaos Papulatus, it will now display a system message showing the duration for the Papulatus curse. Okay. Fix the issue in Zakum Chaos by pattern of diving under platforms and then back up again. Zakum's location when it reappears suddenly changed. Look, the only thing with Chaos Zakum is that I don't want to dodge the slap hand and then still get hit by it 4 seconds later when I'm in a different position. Okay, that's the only thing you need to fucking change with that boss. Oh, also, don't summon the platforms of Phase 2 and then stay in Phase 1 and still do slaps on the ground and not do the Phase 2. Let's also not do that one. Sorry to play a character if it looks ugly, or is that just me? It's not just you, but for me, I don't give a fuck. But some people do give a fuck, yeah. Typically, I don't look at my character when I'm training. I look at the map and I look at where I'm going. I look ahead of my character. I don't look at my character directly. But I know that's why a lot of people play girl characters, is because they're constantly looking at their character and they like the NX better for female characters than for male characters. Notifications for elite bosses that appear in other areas will no longer be displayed, which is weird, but Fox Valley will only be displayed in Fox Valley and will not be displayed in areas of Grandis and Cernum. Oh, okay, well that makes sense. Because for elite monsters being in Savage Terminal will only be displayed within Savage Terminal area and not be displayed in Sanctuary or Tulin City. That doesn't seem like an improvement. I don't know why they would take that one away. Scrapyard will not be displayed in Eagle Stands near town or mining areas. That makes sense, because those areas are too many levels apart. I guess maybe Savage Terminal and Sanctuary and Tulin City are too many levels apart as well, so that kind of makes sense, because you're like, oh, I can go to this elite, and I was like, no you can't, because they're level 170 area, and you're level 30. Celis monsters will now drop Stone of Origin droplet items. I believe... Wait, did they not do that yet? Is this a reboot change or a non-reboot change? I feel like... They did in Reboot. They did in non-reboot, but not in Reboot. Here we go. It's fixed. Thank you, Matt. Non-reboot change. Okay, okay, yeah, because Reboot already had them. Fix issue where if the sound didn't properly play for powerful Ascendion, powerful Embryon, or powerful Forbarion. Okay. Make sure sometimes Sandblade, Marauder, Hotel Arcus didn't get hit. Birdshark monsters do not perform body slam attacks. Drop rate of materials dropped by monsters in Hungry Mudo will now be the same. I love this change. You know why I love this change? Because they say they will be the same, but they don't say the same as which one now. Is it going to be the same as the shark toenails now? Or is it going to be the same as the bananas now? I hope the bananas, but it could be the sharks, in which case this is a horrible change. Because the shark drop rate is absolutely abysmal. But I hope it's going to be like the bananas or the, what's on the other side? Oh god, who's on the other side? Not the catfish. Wait, who's there? Oh my god, why can't I visualize? Oh, visual memory. Oh my god, wait, why can I not visualize it right now? Oh, I'm hardcore blanking. Oh, the reindeer, the pine deer, right? Yeah, little hoofs, yeah, from the pine deer and the greater pine deer or whatever. I guess avoiding the screen? Yeah, because if I just read it off the screen, then I'm not training my brain to remember it. I'm not trying to get the information. I'm not trying to have the information, I'm trying to get to the information, right? This is how I give information to you guys as well. I'm not just trying to tell you what you need to know. I'm trying to give you the process of thought on how to get to what you need to know, so that the next time you can walk through that process yourself and you won't need to ask anyone else anymore, because you'll be able to figure it out by yourself. You won't need someone else to just tell you what to do. That's why I don't look at the screen there. Fixed issue by using skills and with the incapacitate effect on flight type monsters, cause monsters to fall to the ground. Okay, some achievement names have been adjusted. Cool. Quest and map improvements. I will skip most of this except for this. So this one is huge. EXP rewards will now be given for players who complete the Arcane River area daily quests. Complete the following quests to receive completion EXP once a day per world. Okay, remember you can't get this on all of your characters. I saw someone saying, like, Sakrik said he's going to do all symbol dailies on all his characters to get crazy EXP. It's once per day per world, okay? But this is going to be a huge amount of EXP for characters if you're doing symbol dailies on all these areas. It's a lot, especially if you combine this also with the extra EXP that you're getting from Monster Park. This stuff together will be great. I'm from America, I can't spell. Morass and Esfera have an extra daily. They're both solo, so you'll have to figure it out. I believe in Morass, it's kind of like you just go around the map killing monsters, getting points. There's going to be an indicator in the map of which side you need to go to, and then you need to use your energy to basically shoot a monster that's coming to attack the outside. You need to like shoot it from the inside, and you do that enough and you protect like the map, and then you're good. And then the other one, you have to gather energy on the side, and then if you have to shoot the energy to the right side of the map in Esfera, you need to load it into a cannon, and then you either shoot like in an angle or you shoot a straight shot. A straight shot will be easier to hit, but it will cost more energy. And then you need to shoot like all of the floating blobs on the right side, basically, that again you will see in the minimap, and you have to try to aim to shoot them all down. A lot of people, from what I've seen, don't like these dailies very much. And it's for, I believe, 4 extra symbols per day. Memory glass items will now be dropped by thralled monsters. Oh, wow, you can do thralled monster. Yeah, hell yeah. Oh, wait, never mind. This is talking about the actual normal daily quest improvement. Okay, monster remnants items will now be dropped by both experiment and big experiment. Thralled. Remove the daily quest to save true fed quest. Oh, I kind of like that one. Added the daily quest, defeat 200 experiments gone wrong quests. Cool. Wait, was that not in there? Was it only drops and... Oh, I guess I just, yeah, never thought of that. Added new Limina area maps. World Sorrow Midpoint 4, EOTW 17, and 26 are added with, I believe, higher level monsters. Or, oh no, they're the same level monsters, but they're powerful monsters. With more HP and more EXP. Again, more HP and more EXP, but reduction and final damage increase and damage to normal monster increase and blah, 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 all that things. So people might definitely want to train here so they can stay in Limina, keep getting cards, keep getting, although, yeah, they probably still get the same cards, I would guess. We'd have to see if they drop familiar cards, I guess, because technically they're different monsters and they're coming from KMS, so they might not be programmed with that. So we'll have to see. If they don't drop familiar cards, then people wouldn't move there, I think, unless you're just still too weak for Cernium and Burning Cernium. The quantity of symbol rewards for Lacaline, Dreaming City daily quests have increased from 4 to 8. Double up on the monster and item gather daily quest in Lacaline. Very nice. And then Tenebris Research Mission no longer appears, and players can now swap assigned missions for Tenebris Research. That's cool. This is all minimal quest stuff. I usually skip all of this because this is very. If you're really like a quester, you want to read this stuff. Most people skip most of the quests in this game anyway. So this is all. Holy moly, this is a lot. This is wow. That's a lot of fixes. Okay, item improvements. Improve the following cache item effects. Okay, if you care about cache item effects, see if something is there. Improve certain items that have floating effects or animations. Guard, Raven, Persona, and Rin Luster. Fix the issue with the following items where their effects were not visible when equipped with certain items or sets. Hero gloves, Bane stuff. All boss items. Polite, Hanbok, male, female. And some more boss items. Fix the issue with the following items where their floating effects were not visible when equipped with certain items or sets. Even more stuff. Guardian Wings, Moon Key, Bunny Keyring. Description, tooltips, the following items were updated. Say this item cannot be applied with animations or floating. Okay, sure. Herbalism tools and mining tools can now be equipped or unequipped by double-clicking with a mouse. With a mouse. Beep. How did you do it before? Premium golden shovel, herbalism, speed stat will be changed from 120 to 150. Does anyone still use these things? Fixed amount of honor XP. Like 99% of people who play this game didn't even know that these things existed. With a keyboard. Fixed amount of honor EXP will now be given from medals of honor dropped by monsters. Okay, 10 EXP from regular medals and 150 from boss medals instead of the random amounts now to remove the RNG a little bit. That's a-okay, I guess. Skill ring items obtained from the Tower of Oz will now display the skill level on the item icons. Okay, cool. You don't have to like look at the item and then guess. Fix the issue if the player had exited the game while the Pendant of the Spirit was equipped, then log back in after the date changed. The Pendant of the Spirit's equip time would not be applied correctly. Okay, I've seen that before. Fix the issue where lowercase y's appeared as lowercase v's when using the hyper megaphone. Okay. The lowercase y's are not appearing as lowercase v's. That's not what's happening. What's happening is that your box is wrong and it needs to be bigger. Like, that's what's happening. This is such a bad... Like... Okay, like... The lowercase y is not showing up completely. That's what's happening. They're not showing up as v's, right? This is like looking at the problem and making the completely wrong... making the completely wrong assumption of like what's going, like identifying the problem completely wrong, which means that that's in layman's terms. Sorry, this is funny to me. This is how you can have two people looking at the same reality and coming away with completely different conclusions, right, guys? Fix the issue where bonus potential stats that increase strength index locked by 2 per 10 levels were applied as increases by 1 per 5 levels instead. Oh my god. Scam. Are the extra Morass as far as symbols going to be in 229? I don't see them here yet, actually, the extra Morass and Asphera ones. Like, I was talking about them already, but that was not what we were... I was getting a little bit ahead of myself there. It wasn't mentioned there yet, so they might show them... they might put them later in the patch notes here, but we haven't gotten to those yet specifically, no. Fix the issue where Genesis weapon effects were not visible while Mechanic was riding the tank. Okay, fix the unnatural images and the following items. Oh my god, it's a lot of pet equipment damage. Improve the selection either for 0, alpha, 0, beta, 0, alpha, beta, mixed die coupon. Okay, a lot of small fixes. The buff freezer use check in the revive UI will not be saved if there are no buffs that can be protected with the buff freezer. Okay. Lots of small fixes. Skill fixes. Small fixes. Oh, extra update. Fix the issue where the game client would crash if players received an I summon these skill request while in the middle of entering a character name to use the On My Way skill. Okay, that's probably good. Flame Emblem Solar Crest will no longer disappear even after changing maps. This is some just change of def to defense. Even though that's what it means already, so I'm not sure why, but... Fix issue where certain skills would cause players to enter an in-combat state. Fix issue where Nightwalker could not use Darksight if a Shadow Jump activated Darksight was active. Oh, so you'll be able to use Darksight when you're in Darksight. Yo dog, I heard you like Darksight. Fix issue where Nightwalker could not use Shadow Dodge if using Rapid Throw while in a Darksight state. Oh, so that's gonna be fixed too. Link skills. Fix the issue where sometimes the max active limit could be exceeded. Yeah, I had this happen one time to me. It was really weird. Like I was clicking link skills right at reset, and they kind of staggered, and then as the reset lag went through, they all went through, and they were all linked in there. So when I removed one link, it just moved the 13th link down into the slot of the 12th one. It was really weird. Sometimes the inactive link skill was applied. Oh, well, I don't know. I may have had this, but I don't know. Fix the issue where active link skill was automatically made inactive. Fix the issue where sometimes players need to log in again for the active link skill to be applied. Oh, I never. Link skill where certain skills were active would keep players suspended in the air or change the movement speed. Remind me only just looking for the next target that time will fly back in the direction it came from to look for enemies if there are none in the front. Fix an issue where Paladin Elemental Charge damage taken reduction didn't apply to attacks where the damage amount exceeded 100% of the max HP. Oh, they probably should, because you have multiple ways of reducing incoming damage as Paladin, so you should be able to live through those as well. Frozen Ground would be installed in unnatural locations. Bishop, Resurrection, Platform, Brook, after Resurrection could not be used to revive them. Fix your issue where if Bishop died while using Benediction, then was revived without preservation their buffs, the Benediction effect was still visible to party members. Oh, wow. That's annoying. Bowmaster, Inhuman, Speed, Passive, triggers, and nurses. These are just skill fixes, so it is a pretty small... The Tornado from Blade Tornado will not remove Darksight. That can be significant for specific classes. Of course, I used power targeting. The debuff effect was displayed before the monster was hit. Buckshot will be changed to play fewer attack skill sound effects while being used. Nice. Also, this one should probably be on an auto buff slot. Critical damage increase buff failed to be applied if Monkey Wave was used immediately after using nuclear option. Okay. Could use Equinox Slash while using Moondancer in the air. I should be able to. Effect and Gloom's Tentacle. Oh god, a lot of skill fixes, but not like reworks, but like fixes of bugs. So if specifically your class is in there, I have to read up on it because there's a lot here. If I read through all of this, it's going to be like an extra 3 hours long. So look for your specific class in here and read up on that one specifically. We went over the nerfs and the buffs, yeah. God, there's a lot here. I think we're near the end here, though. Arc fixes. Fix the issue where if Arc took a hit and used Abyssal Recall at the same time, they were still inflicted with certain abnormal statuses from that hit. Okay, but is it gonna make the skill actually go off and make me be immune and do damage? Or is it just gonna make the skill go off and not do any damage like it is now? I guess we'll have to find out. How hard was DS hit? No changes for DS that I saw. Next game with buff freeze is best change. That's really good, yeah. Beast Tamer fixing Cat's Cradle Blitzkrieg debuff was not applied to allied party members. Durations 40 seconds instead of 10 seconds. Okay. Bug fixes. Oh god. Even more. Okay, these are typically as well pretty small things. There might be like 2 or 3 things in there when you're like, oh, okay, this was actually pretty useful for me. But most of these things are not affecting 99% of the players' daily playing, so I will kind of skip over those. This is just yeah, information. On air burning events. Here we go. Burning World. As always, Burning World is great for non-reboot. If you're in reboot, you cannot the only benefit you can get at Burning World if you're in reboot is you can make a character, transfer it to non-reboot, so you can do bosses on it, make money on it, make NX or like make Maple points with it in the same account, and then you can spend them on reboot. That's the only way you can use Burning World. That's pretty sweaty though, pretty try hard. Most people are not going to do that, so you don't have to worry about Burning World if you're in non-reboot. Okay. 420 viewers, blaze it. Yeah. Burning World. Oh, speaking of blazing it, since we have to wait another hour, let me catch my breath a little bit, okay? Ugh. Okay, let me click the money button because we've got some viewers. Legion Wealth does not stay? Legion Wealth does not stay, no. That's really sad. At least all the big 2-hour potions stay now. And MVPs and stuff like that, but Legion Wealth still doesn't stay. The Legion coupons should definitely be added to the list. You need to make it so death penalty still counts down when you're offline. I mean, honestly, they should just not have the death penalty at all. Like, I'm thinking if that would be bad if that got clipped out of context, but I think I'll be okay with that. Does Dell require a lot of funding? Not at all. Are you worried that maintenance gets extended? I'm not worried. I already know that it is. Or we're quite hopeful there. No, I've got a progression session in a bit, so I'm trying to get through this. How can I transfer my characters? During the, what is it, jump? During the, Burning Leap. Burning World Leap. That's an event when the Burning World is over. At the end of the event, you'll basically log in, and you'll just see your characters, and you'll be able to select your characters and world leap to another world with it. Fictitious Black Mage bosses where if the player's remaining party members proceeded to the next stage while the player was dead, the player would be forcibly revived and able to use buff freeze or item. Oh, shit. Okay, that's... See, like, these really good fixes are, like, hidden in there. So you have to go through all of them to see if anything is useful, but there's so many of them, and I can't keep spending, like, 6 hours on patch note reviews, right? Okay, so that's really annoying. Death penalty when you're playing fire poison is a literal pain. Yeah, but just get buff freezers, right? But suicide kind of, yeah, you're right, yeah. But you don't lose EXP anymore on death, like that stays the same. But like the penalty and the debuff afterwards, I think that's pretty silly. I don't think there's any use for that. Why does Marvel Machine not work for Reboot? Isn't Nexon losing money that way? They are, but I think to maintain the current balance for Reboot, they probably do it because some of those items are pretty crazy. And the main value for Marvel is that you can trade those items if you don't need them and make money that way, right? That instills, and because there's no trade in Reboot. I don't know actually, because people know beforehand that there is no trade, so it's actually a good question. I don't know why they don't do it for Reboot. It might just be a free extra stream of income, honestly, if they do. All right, here we go. Only lost 50 people because of me wanting to not have no money from streaming. Okay. So Burning World, all of the rewards, all of the buffs, yada yada, all normal. And then the World Leap afterwards. Burning World Step Up as well, so even more benefits to reaching certain levels. There's so many benefits that are even off the screen here. A lot more benefits for leveling. Look at how much stuff you're getting in there. Wow, they really want people to play non-reboot. Again, for Reboot, not much value there. Or, you know, if you do want to make a character, a bossing mule in non-reboot to go super hard and get an extra income from Maple points, so you can maybe do more Maple tour or something, be my guest. Just be aware that the it's probably going to be a good thing to log into the worlds beforehand and see what the exchange rate is for Mezzo per to Maple points on all the worlds before you move somewhere. Because the Mezzos you're going to make is probably going to be better in a smaller world, and the exchange rate is probably going to be more favorable in a smaller world compared to in a bigger world. So that you probably want to be picking counterintuitively there if you're doing this specifically to make cash to be able to transfer to Reboot. Can I quickly explain the Burning World? Basically, there's a separate world where you get a lot of buffs for just being there. You can usually make 2 Burning characters, and you can make as many characters as you want, and you can train them as far as you want. And within those buffs, within the duration of the Burning World. And I believe afterwards you can move up to 6 characters from that Burning World to another world that is not a Reboot world. And then those characters will become playable and will be added to your Legion, and you'll unlock the Link skills and everything like that on that other world. Does it say if it's up to 6 here? Oh wait, I should check here. It should be here. Yeah, up to 6 characters, yeah. So basically this allows you to train characters, and the buffs you get are almost the same as having like a 6 to 8k Legion. So you're basically getting empowered EXP, damage, critical damage, all of that stuff to be able to level a bunch of characters very quickly on a non-reboot world. Well, yeah, on a non-reboot world, and then move them to another non-reboot world to get a huge boost in stronger Legion, stronger Links, and all of that stuff. Servers up in EU, the same place they're up for everyone else. It should be up in an hour until they get, unless they get prolonged. And 100% burning maps, yeah, there's very few people there, so usually there's a lot of burning and everything, yeah. So you can just go hardcore training mode in a separate world for a bit, and then move them over later. Up to 6 characters, and you can level them as far as you want, but you'll get mega burns, yeah, a lot of benefits. Terror Burning Plus. Requirement: this event can only be started by characters created during the event period. Zero and Lara characters cannot participate in the event. So, again, this is not a Burninator that you can use on an existing character. This is for new character creation, right? So this is going to be when you, starting at level 10, you gain 3 levels when you level instead of just 1, all the way up to 200, and it'll be with a bunch of extra bonus rewards. Level 200, 210 bonus rewards can be obtained once per world for each part of the event. If you're obtaining the bonus rewards and deleted the character, a newly created burning character will not be able to receive the rewards again. 200, 210 bonus rewards must be claimed prior to the end of each part of the event, okay? Which is, it just says rewards and rewards, and it doesn't say what it is here. But I guess we'll get into it here. 215 to 220 bonus rewards can be claimed once per account during the Terra Burning Plus event, regardless of the duration. So this is exactly the same like the last event if you were around for that one. So Burning World is useful for Reboot. Again, not completely. You can go try hard, make some bossing mules, make money on non-Reboot, transfer it for Maple Points, and then use the Maple Points on Reboot if you want to. But that is pretty sweaty. Most people are not going to do that. So if that's not something that you're interested in, then yes, it is useful for Reboot. Bonus rewards can be obtained by the burning character from part 1 of the event if it reaches 215 and 220 during part 2 event duration. Yeah. So there will be 2 Terra Burns, some stuff, level 200 to 210 rewards you have to receive within the duration of each respective Terra Burn. The level 215 to 220 rewards you can get outside of your duration of your respective Terra Burn, but you have to reach the level within the total Terra Burning duration, which will be from November 17th all the way until February 8th, right? So the first part is going to be until December 28th. That's going to be the first Terra Burn, and the second Terra Burn 29th until February 8th. So I'm going to link the patch notes. Bam, bam. So here are the rewards. You get the box with the extra snail. Level 30 equips like always. Level 100 burning equips, same as always. Or frozen, sorry, but they look like they're on fire because they changed the name with KMS. Level 150, the temporary CRA gear. 90 days, comes as 12-star, 3-line, epic, very easy. Just use occult cubes on it, get some good stats, and move on. And then within 5 days of clearing regular Rutabyss, you should be able to do CRA pretty quickly. and get a bunch of extra cool rewards. An Eternal Flame coupon lasts for 30 days, bunch of extra stats, 50 arcane power, 10% bonus experience. Very good of getting into the Arcane River and being able to keep strolling through the content and keep leveling. Very solid foundation. How does Untitled skill work? Basically, you roll with cubes to tier up and to re-roll the stats. And then once you get the stats that you want, you lock them in. Or if you get the stats in the right configuration, but wrong rotation, you can also rotate the stats with another item. And once you get them in the right spot, you lock them in for as long as you want, and then you can use it as a buffing link skill that roughly gives you about twice the amount of stats as the Hayato link skill by default gives you. More than an hour talking. We're looking at, and 54 minutes is when they said it was going to be down. It's going to be probably about 56, 57 minutes until they say that it's extended until further notice. Okay, and then the bonus rewards, okay? 200, 20 node stones, 205, 20 node stones, and 2 bonus experience ones. 210, 50 nodes, 3 experience nodes, Eternal Flame Ring, again, that's that event ring with the best event stats that comes as unique when you reveal it. Really good ring, really solid starter. If you're starting a new character that you want to main, this is definitely very, very good. If you want to use it on a mule that you want to get to 210 because you couldn't, you can do that, but just recognize that there's a lot of value for a main character in this. So if you want to have a side character, want to have a bossing mule, that's when these events are going to give you a lot. And then, so that's all the stuff that you have to redeem within the respective event period of the Terra Burning itself. Then the big 215 and 220s, you can do that if you make the first Terra Burn and you get to 220 before February 8th, you can still redeem it on your first character, even if your second burning character doesn't get to 220, right? So this is a Typhoon Growth Potion that will get you a level up all the way up to 240. So you can use it on this character if you go super, super hard, or you can use it on another character that you already have. And then there's a level 220 reward that you get the Selector. You can choose an Absolute box or Dominator Pendant box. As always, the Dominator Pendant box is in there because that's the best in slot pendant in KMS. For GMS, it's not that good. It's limited to 16 stars. You can't use it for the transposing. It can be okay-ish for a new character, but the Absolute Weapon Box is pretty much always going to be better. If you know you're going to go hard, it's a side character, you're even like lining up like arcane stuff and everything like that, yeah, then maybe not take the Absolute Weapon Box on any of these characters. Maybe take it on another character that you already have that's like level 160 or something that you want to get to 200, but it's way too weak right now, and you can get extra funded on it. You can always pick it on a character like that. But I would say like 99.99% of the cases go for the Absolute Weapon Box over the Dominator. It always pains me when people are taking these boxes and I see in the bottom left you see like the pop-up of people getting the Dominators. It's always unfortunate. The value of a Dominator from this box is very, very, very low compared to the Absolute Weapon Box, and there's only very, very extreme high exceptions where you would maybe go for a Dominator over the Absolute Weapon Box. So just remember, always pick Absolute Weapon Box, okay? Cool. Now, Maple Live, finally. We're at the actual events, and the progression session should have started. Is our progression session duder in here? Yeah, trying to rush these patch notes. You can maybe, okay. Well, that only gives us 5 extra minutes. Let's see if we can do that. Terra thing is available on Reboot? Definitely, yes. Terra Burning is for everyone. The Burning World with the extra Mega Burns, that's also available to everyone, but mainly only useful for non-Reboot, yeah. So Maple Live, you become a content creator as Pink Bean, a social media influencer, and you have to gain follows and likes. How appropriate. Creator Step Up, amazing. So you can become a silver creator, diamond creator. Basically, silver creator, you can become affiliate on Twitch, and a diamond creator, you can become a partnered streamer. Each creator rank unlocks at an appointed date, so that's very new. You can become a gold creator at 6,000 subscribers, a diamond creator. You will start at silver. Oh, okay, never mind. That's like a basic, okay? Gold creator, that's the affiliate, okay? At 6,000 subs. And Diamond Creator at 12,000 subs. I don't even have that many on YouTube. Yeah? I have the 6,000, but that's 12,000. Subscribe on YouTube, please. All right, get me to that 12,000. I know you can do it. Every 1,000 subscribers you earn, you will unlock special creator rewards. What's we find at the top of the creator step up UI? Okay. Collect, rank up, and unlock creator rewards placed on certain subscriber milestones. Method of obtainment: daily and weekly missions. Daily mission capacity 300 daily per world. Weekly mission capacity 400 weekly per world. Oh, that's 300 subscribers, not 300 missions. That would be a lot. 300 missions in a day. Pink beans. Collect to purchase items from the Pink Bean Shop. From daily and monthly missions. 300 daily per character and 3,500 monthly per world. And then black beans to buy items from the Black Bean Shop. Wow. From weekly missions only and up to 400 weekly per world. For convenience, you can click the Receive All button on the bottom of the UI to collect rewards for complete missions at once. Oh my god, being able to do multiple things in one moment and not being shoehorned into infinitely clicking things? Are we actually in the future right now? Create a rank rewards. Okay, we have a prepared spirit pendant for 7 days. Oh no, wait. A 7-day box for a 14-day spirit pendant. Okay, my bad. At 1,000 subs, that's a really good reward right off the gate, right out off the bat, out the gates. That's the one. Honor medals at 2,000, node stones at 3,000, symbol selector coupons for 100 arcane symbol selectors or 25 sacred symbol selectors at 4,000. This is only like 2 days. I wonder if that's worth it, or if it's better to just get 100 on a mule, just to speed up getting to max. What are the sacred ones? This is for level 260 plus area for Grandis. It's 5 days for hotel. Yeah, that's true. You'll just throw it into hotel for 5 days, yeah. Yeah, I guess we'll still do that. 2 experience nodes at 5,000. At 6,000, another one of these growth potion selector coupons where you can do 8 up to 210, 4 up to 220, 2 up to 230, or 1 big one up to 240. So it's going to be the second Typhoon growth potion, I guess, in this whole event. Then gold creator, here we go, it's 7,000. 1 of 3 event ring selector coupon. Ooh, so you can pick one of the Tenebris, Glory Guard, or Awake rings. All of the big rings, same stats as that Fire Starter ring. So those are really big. Oh yeah, that's, well, in non-reboot they look a little bit different, but in reboot they come as upgraded. So you get one of those big rings. Those will be really, really good, especially good on Kanas, but good for everyone. Great rings to get all the way up to once you're going past 17 stars. Is this worldwide? Yeah, seems like it is, yeah. 8,000 subs, Karma, Eternal, Rebirth Flame, 10. 9,000, 10 red cubes. At 10,000, 5 Karma Black Rebirth Flames. At 11,000, 5 black cubes. That's kind of shit for this far in, but okay. At 12,000, Event Ring, exclusive Legendary Potential Scroll, 100%. So 100% chance to get a ring from any potential right into Legendary if they're an Event Ring. So, you know, usually you want to combine that with this ring that you get and just immediately shoot it up to Legendary. That's really nice. And then we get into the Diamond tier. Mitra's EXP box, coupon box. Wait, is it a coupon box or is it a coupon box coupon? It's just a box. Okay, 35-day duration, recharges every Monday, can be used a total of 4 times. So you have 5 weeks to use it, but you can use it 4 times. So there's a little bit of extra duration there. Can be used once a week to receive 5 30-minute coupons. Oh my god, 30-minute coupons. Can we just have a moment of thanks that they're not 15-minute coupons, guys? Can we do that for just a moment? Because, oh my god, I hate those 15-minute coupons, dude. So 5 half-hour double experience coupons that you can do up to 4 times, so a total of 10 hours of double EXP. 10 extreme growth potions at 14k. That, again, remember you can still use after level 200, but they give you almost nothing. And then a Mitra symbol selector box, where you can also get sacreds from. Oh, that's nice. Again, you can use 4 times, once a week, so you can get up to 12 sacreds or up to 40 arcane symbols. That's seems a little low for 15k sub reward compared to the stuff we got before, but okay. And then 16k Mitra's node box, recharges every Monday, gives you 5 nodes. This only gives you up to 20 nodes for 16k subs. I'm also a little disappointed in this. I feel like these 2 rewards should be way higher comparatively. You're getting like an event ring exclusive legendary potential scroll here, and then here you're getting 20 nodes spread over 4 weeks. Thousand nodes? That might be a little bit too high, but the subs get consumed? No, this is like reaching a total amount. You don't have to like consume them and then start all over. This is going to be just like cumulative and being like, do you reach this milestone? Then you can open this reward. You don't have to buy it from a shop, so to speak. 17,000 Karma Star for 17-star enhancement. That's usually up to level 160 items, so keep that in mind as well. Only 20 nodes, what can you do with that? I mean, jumpstart your new character a little bit more. Over 9,000 nodes. 18,000 subscribers, Magnificent Growth Potion. Character must be 200. Oh yeah, this is the big level up potion. Up to 250 gets you a full level. So if you have a just reach level 249 character, boom, insta 250. And I think Corey's gonna reach 250, boys. He's gonna do it. Only missing Aaron, Lumi, AB for level 3 links. What to burn? I probably do the Aaron so all the other ones are a little bit faster, but Aaron is pretty strong. Maybe the Lumi there, I guess. Lumi IED is probably better across the board. Unless you really hate training the AB, but I'd probably pick the Lumi. So here are the daily missions that you can do for up to 300 pink beans daily per character and 300 subscribers daily per world. Again, so this is per world. The daily missions can be completed per character, and then they will be shared. Like the gains will be shared. Daily missions reset every day at reset. Wow. Complete daily mission rewards must be claimed prior to reset. Oh, so it's not enough to do it. You have to claim them. Very important. After daily reset, the rewards that you have not yet to be claimed from the previous day can no longer be claimed. RIP. If you reach a daily capacity for a point of day, you can still complete the missions but no longer obtain. Of course. Eliminate 1,000 monsters in your level and eliminate 2,000 monsters in your level is already 50 of each. This seems like an insane amount, but that's actually pretty fast. If you're just doing your dailies, you'll probably already reach this pretty quickly. Defeat 3 elites or elite champions. Activate 2 runes. Clear Frito portal 1 time. Defeat an elite boss 1 time. An infernal wolf surprise mission. Defeat daily boss 3 times. Complete vanishing journey daily quest 5 times. Just doing your dailies and everything, you're gonna reach beach boss score 300, clear maple variety 2 times. So these are like special events that you can do. Participate in on air 3 times. So these last ones are a little bit special. You can do to get it done a little bit faster. But if you just do your regular dailies and you're killing monsters, you're probably already gonna max out. Complete a surprise mission. Well, you don't have to do all of them. Okay, I agree with you though that if it's like you have to do at least 1 surprise mission, that's really annoying because then you have to just sit around waiting for it. But this is like you can do 15 different things or 20 different things, however many it is, and surprise mission is just one of them, okay? Yeah, because you only need to get 300 in total. So you can, like, this is 50 each, right? 50, 100, 50, 200, 50, 300. Like, if you just do this 6, you're already done. You don't have to do any of these other things. Clear Infernal Wolf means kill. It means get the rewards. If you're eligible to get the rewards for like the bags in your inventory for a wolf, that counts as participation in clearing a wolf, and that counts for this. Yeah, no, you don't have to do all of them because this gives you can only get 300 per day per account, right? So 6 of these or up to 10 of these, but you can combine and mix and match, you know? Remember the cafe event? I remember I did not participate because I saw the requirements and I was like, I'm not doing that. And then there's weekly missions on top of that, okay? To get black beans. You must collect the black bean bunch to clear the amount. You must open the treasure chest after defeating PR, Crimson Queen, and Saren. If in a party, only 1 party member is required to hit the treasure chest, okay? You must defeat the music box after defeating Gollux. Lucid, I mean. I don't know why I write Gollux. Black Bean Bunch cannot be obtained during the following circumstances. You are dead when the boss is defeated, or you exit the map before the boss has been defeated. Basically, these things will just drop from the weekly bosses, and you just loot them as you kill the boss, okay? And then from the completed weekly missions, you can earn up to 400 and 400 black beans and 400 subscribers weekly per world. Again, this is also shared per world between all of your characters. And then the amount is shared. Yeah, okay, well, it just says it again right here. And subscribers obtained for weekly missions will not count towards your subscriber capacity of the day. This is a separate counter. So weekly missions can be completed per world. Yeah, you just said that again. Weekly missions completed shared per... Okay, again. Weekly missions reset every Thursday. So basically when Wednesday turns into Thursday, when the weekly bosses reset, and when the selling of the weekly boss crystals reset like normal. So that's when the weekly missions are going to reset. And the daily is just at the regular daily reset. If you reach your weekly capacity, you can still complete the missions, but you won't be able to complete... Okay, so that's the same as before. So Hilla, Pink Bean, Cygnus is 5 each. Zakum, Chaos, CRA Chaos, and Princess No is 10 each. Hard Magnus and Chaos Vellum are 20 each. Chaos Pap, Normal, Lotus Damien, Easy Lucid, and Akechi are 30 each. I don't know why they put Akechi so high. Well, I guess in the same as Papalatus. Yeah, it kind of makes sense, actually. It's weird that they mentioned it last, though. They mentioned it last, I think, because it's a non-KMS boss, so they added it at the end. Instead of being... It should probably be, like, the first one in the list, not the last one, so that's why it looks a little weird. Normal, Lucid, and Will. Normal, Gloom, Darknell, 40 points each. Hard, Damien, Lotus, Lucid, and Will, 60 points each. And then Chaos, Gloom, and Darknell, Vershilla, and Saren, 70 each. Nothing for the Black Mage, because that's too easy of a boss. We can't give you rewards for that. Monthly missions. Complete monthly missions and earn pink beans. Oh, there's monthly as well. Jesus. Okay, monthly missions reset on the following days, December 15th and January 12th. Okay, we'll just have to know that. That's going to be one to remember for the books. The completed monthly missions must be claimed prior to the dates. Duh. Okay, from completing monthly missions, you can earn 3,500 pink beans monthly per world. That's going to be, again, on top of everything. So the pink beans are basically going to be your coins, right? And then the subscribers are going to be your points that check if you reach the higher rank and reach the rank reward. Monthly can be completed per world. All right. Clear daily mission 50 times, 50 beans. 100 times, 150, 200 times. And this is additive, I assume, right? So if you do 100 times, then you get the 50 and you get the 100. So you just keep going. Clear weekly missions 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 times. You're going to have to do a lot of these. Okay, but I think that's doable. Participate in on-air a bunch of times. Wait, so you can get up to 3,500, okay? So this is 150, 300, 500. 600, 700, 800, 1,000, 1,250. So only from doing all the daily and weekly and reaching all of those, you're only at 1,250. So you're only a third of the way of clearing. You have to do a bunch of on-air if you want to min-max. Reach Beach Boss cumulative score. Maple variety. And eliminate a bunch of monsters. 50, 100. That's 300. 500. 750. So that's 2,000. I feel like you have to do everything if you want to max out, right? It's a 4, 5, 6, 750, 9, 1, 1250, 1450, 1600, 1700, 1900, 2100, 2200, 23, 24, 2500, 2700, 2800, 2900, 3K, 3.3, 3.4, 3.5, yeah. So all of it together is 3.5. So all of these achievements are gonna be, if you want to min-max and you want to get maximum. So if you want to max coins, you want to do all of this shit. Now what I don't know... It says monthly mission progress is shared between your characters. I don't know if that means... I think that means if you do 10 times on one character, on 10 times on 5 different characters, that means that you did it in total 50 times. I hope that's what it means, and not that you have to do it that many times on one character. 100k mobs is... Yeah, that one's super easy, but if you... So that one is just that you get passively if you're just doing all your dailies and stuff. But if you really want to min-max and get all of the beans that you can, you're going to have to participate in the special events quite a bunch of times. Okay, I need to catch my breath again and grab some water. Hang on. This is a lot to go through. Not sure if you need that many beans. Yeah, so that's like always for all the quests. Always look at what are the rewards that you can possibly get. What would you want to get? And then see what you need to do to get that. And then decide for yourself, is it worth it? Okay, if it's not worth it, don't do it. If it is worth it, do it. Make sure you make that objective decision. And don't just min-max on everything and do everything to get the rewards. And then be like at the end of the event, like, I don't really have anything to buy with these points. But then during the event, be like, complaining that there's so much that you need to do, and then afterwards be like, oh my god, I did way too much, you know? Make sure that you're not that person. Remember, you're only missing out if you feel like you are, yeah, but sometimes you can be made to feel like you are by the game, so make sure that you retreat, you make sure that emotions comes from the inside, not from the outside, alright? That's what you want to aim for. Okay, daily subscriber booster. Oh my god, wait, can you buy followers? Want to be famous? Do you remember those bots in the chat sometime? Daily subscriber booster. Started creator step up late. No worries. Use the subscriber booster rank to rank up fast. Oh my god. But dude, it's good. Every time I press like a 30-second ad button, just because we have a lot of viewers, like 10% of people just like dips, and then they just come back a minute later. Or they sub so that they don't have to watch ads ever again, because fuck ads. Wait. Chamisu Soju? Chamisu Soju. Like that, right? Yeah. Annyeonghaseyo, my dude. Thank you very much for the Prime. Appreciate it. Paid followers, yeah. I guess so. Daily subscriber booster will be available. Players who have yet to reach Gold Creator after December 15th, and players who have yet to reach Diamond after January 12th, so you'll be able to speed up. By spending 300 ping beans, you can earn 3 times the daily mission subscribers upon completing daily missions. Okay, so you will need the beans, but then with the beans you can buy more subs to catch up on the rank for people who have not been playing the whole time. I see. Do you get ADDs if you are gifted a sub? No, not if you're gifted a sub. If you are subscribed, then you don't get them. Monkers, thank you very much for gifting 5 to the community. That's 5 people you saved from ads. You're doing the Lord's work. And Solace, thank you for the Prime. Remember, if you have Prime, you can sub for free. It doesn't cost you any extra money. Plus, you get to support me and not have to watch ads, which is pretty cool. Thank you for... Oh, we started the hype train with that one as well, Solace. Thank you very much. Appreciate the Prime. That sound is going to go off for a little bit more. So unlike Neo, we can only get 1 super event ring. So far, but we haven't even gotten to the shops and the things that you can buy from the shops yet. But from what I saw, it looked like there was no big event rings in the shop from what I saw before in the in Nate Dogg's thing. But we'll double check here. Daily missions are yeah. Of course, there's limitations. When daily subscribers boost, subscriber daily capacity is also increased to 900. Daily subscriber booster only lasts for 1 day and ends at the reset, even if you did not reach the subscriber daily capacity. Of course, yeah. So you're just going to be able to triple for 300 ping beans just to catch up if you don't meet these requirements yet. So, you know, if you still want to get to the highest rank, but you're not going to be able to play the whole time, this will help you catch up. Studio... Go! Okay, enter live studio map every 30-minute mark of each hour to receive either pink studio or blue studio buff. Oh, it's going to be one of those big buffs. One gives you 15 weapon magic attack, 15% defense ignore and boss damage, and 1500 HP and MP. And the blue studio buff gives you 15% EXP for 30 minutes. 15%, and it stacks with everything. I don't know why it's a 15%. It seems a little bit lower than usual. But it's a half-hour buff, so that's quite nice. Kyrochi, thank you for the 4. James, thank you for the 495. Thank you, all the primers. Getting that Twitch Prime out of the way of my channel. Appreciate that. Ludibriums as well. Or Ludibriu MS. That's how we should say it as well. Thank you for the 4. Appreciate you, man. For 30 minutes or when you crash. Yeah, whichever comes first. I hope the memory leak gets a little bit better with this update. There's a chance, guys. There's a chance they remove some old stuff, and then they, you know, with the new stuff in there, maybe the chance the memory leak will go down. Maybe. Prage. But, you know. Or, no, not copium. Prage, boys. Prage. I said it can. I didn't say it definitely will, okay? If I say it definitely will, that's a copium right there. There still isn't a new client? No, this isn't the 64-bit client yet, no. Will Beasthammer be available? I have not seen that mentioned yet. But you are right. That is something that we have to look out for. Fire Scotches, thank you for the 10. Is it a Gengar? Pug Gengar. Pug Gengar, indeed. BT equals banned? No longer, from what I heard. Supposedly BT and 0 will become permanent in the next few patches, supposedly. 0 already became permanent in KMS at this point that we're at in GMS, but we haven't gotten that yet, at least not that I've read here. Beasthammer doesn't exist in KMS, so I feel really conflicted giving any kind of predictions on that. Zakur, thank you for the biddies. Appreciate you. And then Pop Reaction. I think that's going to be one of those mini games. When you defeat 500 monsters near your level, viewers watching your broadcast will shower you with Maple Pop pouches. Oh my god, like you guys now with Prime subs. Pop the Maple Pop pouches flying towards you to receive EXP. Oh, so this is basically when you're training monsters near your level, on effect, stuff will happen. Will not be available during when your monsters are outside, not near your level, with elite bosses summoned, special maps such as Mirror World Story Mode. Yeah, sure. So this will just give you EXP from the skill. Then we have Beach Boss, which is already mentioned. That's going to be one of those mini games, right? Minimum 10 players. When the game starts, use the WASD. And you can use left mouse click to fire your basic Hydro Blaster and your space key to dash. And then there will be items that you can loot that will give you a point or enhance your attack or recovers your HP. And basically, if you win, you get 200 points, tied 150. If you lose, you get 100 points. So, you know, there's not a very wide margin against winning and losing, I guess. And this is one of those things where you need points for, where you can get points for in the sense of your... okay, so there's a damage skin, but you also need to get points for this to get those monthlies, and I believe the weeklies, right? Or was it dailies? Dailies, I think. Dailies and monthly, if you want to get extra points. The weeklies is all from bosses, so that one's a little bit out there. Can we terror burn BTs this patch? Only if you can create one. They are burnable, but you have to be able to create one. The only ones you cannot burn is 0, because it starts at level 100 and it has its own storyline, and Lara, because it's a new class, and new classes can never be burned immediately when it comes out. All the other ones, as long as you can create them, should be burnable. It has this shiny damage skin. It's a little bit too shiny, maybe, but I like the fact that it doesn't have like a giant "it's a crit" thing in front of it that usually ruins a lot of the damage skins for me. It just makes the skin more shiny. So I think this one actually looks kind of cool. So, you know, you can go for that if you want. But if you want this one, you need to do the Beach Boss minigame. All right, next is Maple Variety, and I'll add this all to the calendar, of course, in a little bit, but we actually should be doing a progression session right now, so I want to blow through this as fast as possible so that we can do the progression session right after. So I can, you know, clip this for YouTube and everything. Hi, YouTube. Thanks for watching. Glad you're still with us. Maybe you're watching this during a totem. Good luck on your second totem. Talk to Spiegelette. Okay, Maple Variety Tung Yun Restaurant. I think this is going to be like a mini... if I remember, like a mini game where you kind of like one of those cooking mini games, kind of like Overcooked, you know. Very, very scuffed version of it, of course. Collect ingredients. Hold down the space key in front of the design ingredient located at the left side in the cooking area. You can only hold one ingredient at a time. Place ingredients by holding down space again. You can only use the first cooking station to cook the first recipe, the second cooking station to cook the second recipe, and so on. Take utensils. Hold down the space key in front of the desired utensils located at the right side of the cooking area. By YouTube dance. Process ingredients. Hold down the space key in front of the cooking station located at... Okay, there's a lot of space key holding down. And probably... I hope it gets redesignated to the NPC chat key wherever you have that, I think, but... we'll see. Oh my god, you guys completed level 3 of the hype train. Thank you very much, guys. Appreciate the support. Deliver food once your food is ready. Hold down the space key. Oh my god, it's so different. Carry the food through the delivery area on the right and avoid monsters. Oh my god, there's going to be monsters there. When you find the customer, hold down the space key to deliver the food. If you're hit by monsters or you deliver it to the wrong customer, you'll be momentarily stunned. No way. Successfully delivered. The game will end once you reach 50,000 points or use up your time limit. When you exit, you will receive EXP based on your character's level. Wait, is this the event that was supposed to be like crazy good for EXP? Oh no, that was the one where you like drive around in like a maze, right? Hype train success, thank you very much everyone. Oh, I got an emote. What is this? Hype applause. Oh, I couldn't even see the hands in the emote. It's a dolphin clapping. Okay. You can go to a restaurant 2 times and obtain 100,000 points daily per world. If you end the game or leave the party before collecting 5,000, you will not receive any EXP. If you live in the middle of a game, all your characters in the same world cannot enter Tangian Restaurant via Quick Start for 15 minutes. So this is also just for EXP. Okay, cool. Then Pink Bean Shop. Ooh. Blah, blah, blah. What do we have? So this is the one where you buy it with pink beans. Yes, okay. Because it's Pink Bean Shop. Genius move by me. Event ring exclusive Meister Cubes up to 50 per world. Reboot Mezzo pouches times 10. Reboot only. Gentle Bear JT, thank you very much for the prime as well. Welcome all the new subscribers. Thank you, by the way. Welcome all the new primers. Again, free sub with your prime. So appreciate you using that on my little old channel here when you can use it anywhere. Thank you, thank you. 100% E-pots up to 5 per world. Also have to double check. Yeah, so this is Reboot World only, yeah. This is non-reboot, non-reboot, non-reboot. Usually this shop has a bunch of non-reboot stuff. Gold stamps. Karma Rejuvenate. That's just like a Karma Powerful Flame. I don't know why they call it Rejuvenation Flame every time. Eternal Flame, Black Rebirth Flame, 30, 30, 20. Karma Master Craftsman, Karma Meister, Karma Unique Potential Scroll 100%, 1 per world for 5k ping beans. That sounds very expensive. That's mostly for non-reboot people probably to use that. Tenebrous Enhancement, we don't need any of that stuff. EXP coupons, 30 pink beans, 2 per day, 15-minute coupons, but you can basically get another half hour of double EXP every day. Pretty cheap, so that's nice. Monster Blooms. And what do we have? Power Elixirs. LOL. 1-day Teleport Rocks. 7-day Penance Slot. Never do that. It's not worth it. Trade Boost Potion. That's typically also not worth it. Don't do that. Selective Slot. Except for storage. RIP. You have a question? Go for it. Maybe we could squeeze it in. AP SP Reset. Mastery Books. Job Advancement Coin. Only 1 again. It's unfortunate. Infinite Revitalizer is not infinite, by the way, and you can only buy, but you can buy 1 per day, so that's pretty cool. Character slot expansion coupons, 5 per world. 8 slot recipe bag, 8 slot production bag, 20 slot scroll bag, 40 slot soul bag. Hell yeah. So in connection to what I said before, that new shop that's coming out, or the new droplets that are going to be for sale in Reboot after the event with the update after that, there's also going to be bags that are coming. So there is going to be material bags, production slot bags, chair bags, soul bags. All of these are going to be bought again for Mezzos in Reboot from a special shop. So I wouldn't buy the production slot bag, maybe the recipe slot bag, but you know, maybe like 1 mule holds like your WOPs and your E-up recipes and that kind of stuff. And maybe for big potions, but that's about it. We don't have scrolls, so you don't need that. The soul bag, though, that's going to be afterwards, is a 20-slot soul bag. So if you want a 40-slot soul bag on characters that you're going to main and you're going to do a lot of bosses on, still get this one, okay? Don't rely on a 20-slot soul bag if you can get a 40-slot soul bag, because 40 slots is huge. 70 ping beans for a nodestone up to 20. Experience nodestone for 1,000. That's, yeah, again, that's usually not worth it. Only get this if you're clearing Seren and you want to level up the Seren skill, okay? Otherwise, don't get this. Confirmed 40 greater than 20. True. I'm just making sure I mention it because the stuff that's coming out in the afterwards is all like not officially announced yet. So you might try to get like or you might have heard of soul bags coming. And you're like, oh, soul bags are coming later, so I don't have to worry about it here. But then you're gonna get a 20 slot instead of a 40, so you might end up not liking that. Yeah, I know you're joking. Just making sure. Updated username. What was your old name? Two Soup. Oh, Gentlebear, that was your old name. Okay. Right, you're Soup now. Okay, so what else do we have? Chaos Circulator, yeah. Special Medal of Honor, Black Circulator. So remember, the Chaos Circulator randomly rerolls within the same tier. The Black Circulator does the same, but allows you to save your previous roll in your Circulator if you want to, if you don't like the results. Of course, these are very expensive per roll, but you can do that. Legendary Circulator takes your invulnerability to Legendary from wherever it is. I don't think it's very worth. I think you can roll to Unique very easily and then just use some Circulators to get to Legendary. I think that's quite okay to do. I think this is mainly for non-reboot because they need to spend NX to roll their invulnerability. So like this one is really just a non-reboot reward. I feel like they should disable this on reboot just to not bait people. Because 4,000 pink beans is going to be a lot of event currency just to throw away at something that can cost you like a few clicks and like 120 mil or something. In the long game, that's very cheap, and this is worth way more by buying a lot of other stuff. Symbols up to 50 each, 20 for the first two, 40 for the second two, and 60 for the last three. Sacred symbol selector coupons, 200 ping beans for a single one, but up to 100. All right, so 20,000 ping beans going into sacred symbols if you want to max those out. That's a lot. Superstar Pink Beanroid coupon probably comes with a Lydium heart. Yeah, remember though, this is a level 30 heart, so that's not that great. Vintage comic book damage skin. We saw that one. That one looks pretty cool. Influencer outfit set coupon. Influencer, yikes, cringe. Pink Bean Beauty Salon chair. Oh, and here are all the beautiful items. And a 40 slot chair bag as well. Remember, you can get up to 5 chair bags now. So it's a limited quantity of 1, but at least you can get one of your 40 slot chair bags here in this shop. So this is what those things are going to look like. So if you like this outfit, you like this damage skin, like the look of this android, definitely try to get those items. Yeah, I think the damage skin looks pretty cool. Again, it's a little bit unfortunate that the crit has like the weird kapow like thing in front of it. Without that, I think it would look a lot cleaner. I wish you had a way to turn that on or off, like a customization. But sadly, that's not in there. Then the Black Bean Shop, the real one. Didn't skip any crazy stuff, right? No, because all of that is visual here, yeah. Can use more than one 40 slot chair bag. You can use up to 5 with this event. Up to 5 chair bags and up to 5 title bags. So your setup should be able to keep pretty much everything that you have. At least the It's a Crit thing is thematic. Yeah, that's true. At least it fits with the theme. And like the little polka dots, the fading polka dots as well is very in theme for sure. Then the Black Bean Shop, bonus potential cube coupon. Okay, we're going over all the non-reboot stuff. We're just gonna drop that for a bit. Arcane River, Droplet Stone for 20 black beans up to 50. So this will get you up to 50 droplets, right? The lucid ones, whatever, the green ones. And then up to 50 of the purple ones, you know, the will droplets from the area that you can buy for black beans. So this, again, this is from doing your weekly bosses, getting weekly boss rewards. And then the Karma, Kiss Roll of Goodness, that's all non-reboot. And then more flames that you could buy. Powerful Flames, Eternal Flames, Black Eternal Flames. Am I already... Wait, didn't you like 8 months sub last stream? Wasn't that yesterday or 2 days ago? That last month just flew by, okay? No, this is... Kisa, this is the start of the 9th month, okay? This is the start of the 9th month. Right? Because when you do 1 month sub, it's on the first day, okay? So that starts the first month. So you just started the 9th month. When you hit 10 months, that's when the baby's there, okay? You have another month. Thank God, dude. You got me a little bit of a scare there. We thought we were going to have a preemie. Okay, yeah. Oof, a little bit more time to decorate the house. Paint the baby room, you know. Pick out that stroller. God, strollers are expensive. Okay. Running down the meme a little bit too far. Karma Premium Scroll, that's all non-reboot stuff. Okay, so it seems that the Black Bean shop is basically flames and droplets for reboot. That's basically it. So droplets are going to be high priority, of course, and then if you have any left, then you can drop on flames. Non-reboot, you'll have to be a little bit more... well, non-reboot just has all the items. Yeah, so... yeah, the only items that overlap is the flames. But other than that, everyone just has their own items that they can buy. Don't forget the alimony. No, we're still together. Kisa and me, we're still together. We're good. We're good. We're on good terms. And then the Mezzo shop. So remember what I said about the droplets coming to this shop after the event, right? Don't overbuy on droplets. And it's very easy to overbuy on droplets. Why? Because... you can buy Karma Flames for $250, Eternal Flames. Never buy these, guys. This is super overpriced, okay? An Eternal Flame is worth around 4 Powerful Flames. Powerful Flames in the shop are just over 9 mil. These are 250 for 1 Eternal. It just doesn't add up, okay? If you buy 30 of these, you're down 7.5 bill. For 7.5 bill, you can buy... Is it 750? Yeah, you can buy 750 Powerful Flames. Like, don't do it, okay? Or even more, like 760 or 770 or something. Don't buy these in Reboot, okay? This number is just a scam. I don't know why they do this. This is a scam. And then Karma Eternal Flames for 500 mil each for up to 50. Don't spend 25 bill on Karma Eternal River Flames. Like, your flame isn't good enough. If your flame can improve, then just throw a bunch of red or Eternal Flames at it, okay? Never... 500 mil for a single one. Please don't do this, okay? Marble Skin Coupon Selector Coupon, 500 mil. Jade Marble Skin Coupon. Oh, so you can change your skin to any of these. Ooh, bronze, silver, gold, and jade. You're going to see some people with different skin colors walking around. It's going to be like looking outside if you're in America. Or in the EU. We have different color people here as well, okay? We're everywhere. Dude... did these colors exist in the game in the temple, right? With the guys with the different masks and stuff? Bronze face in 2021, yikes. Cold cubes, 500,000 mesos, don't do that. Arcane droplets, 550 mil, and stone urgent droplets, 50 mil. You're like, okay, that's really normal. Oh. 800 droplets for sale here, alright? Don't get baited too hard. You don't have to buy all of them, alright? Use caution, alright? Again, they're gonna come back after this event. It's gonna be unlimited quantity in the shop after this event, and it's gonna be with guild discount after this event, okay? Wasn't it 900? 100 from the currencies, and up to 800 from mesos. The total of 900 that we... talked about before. So definitely get the 100 from event currency, right? How many droplets for just one weapon? 216. Yeah. 216 for a weapon and 108 per item. So if your item has enough boss drops and you just want to go for full arcane and there's a 5 to 15, which I think there is, but I don't think you're going to get access to this shop that early, right? Meso shop... oh, UTC November 17th. Oh. I guess we're going to get access to it immediately. Okay. December 16th for gold rank. Character must have a gold rank and have gold creator rank. Oh, okay, yeah. So we have to wait until gold creator rank for the Meso shop. True, true. And when was that? Was that at December 15th? For gold rank? Okay. Okay, because December 15th for gold rank, okay. But yeah, so don't super overbuy on these droplets, right? Just, if you can't help yourself, just buy what you need, but don't go too crazy, okay? Karma Star 417 Star Scroll for 1.5 bill. Again, just use the calculator, look at how much it's going to cost, and then figure out if you want to use this one or not. I think in general... this might be worth compared to off-event, but if you can wait for on-event, then I don't think it's ever worth, if I remember correctly. Non-reboot, 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 non-reboot. Flushed skin Android coupon, rosy skin Android coupon, Android ear sensor clip, event Android selector coupon. Any of these Androids, if you want to have these following you. Waifu Hilla, they will not come with those ears. That's like the extra ear sensor clip, so that's not what their standard gonna look like. I think we're gonna see some Ferris Hilla androids. The downside, of course, if you have a one-droid heart, you won't be able to combine it with these. But the heart that you can combine with these is not on this list. Hang on, wait. Oh, there it is. 2 bill. I read over it somehow. Oh, it was the one non-reboot thing that was here squished into the reboot stuff. There you go. 2 bill for the fairy heart. Seems like a lot of money. Is 2 bill, which is 2 bill, but in the grand scheme of things, very cheap. Permanent item, level 100, I think. Highest tier potential that you can get, and combines with all of these other sexy androids. So if you don't have the don't have the one droid heart, get this one. Worth. Very worth. And of course, yeah, a heart for Lara. Just like the last time when Kane came out, Kane could buy a heart immediately as well. Yeah, this is worth farming the money for, 100%. 100% worth. Alright, and then we have Lara pre-registration event that's still ongoing. We're going to have the 3rd mission going out. You could have already completed the 3rd mission, I think, if you did it before the reset, right? Before the maintenance. And then you'll be able to buy items with the Lara coins that we get once the character is playable on December 1st. Yeah, that's when the coin shop comes out. Just another reminder of all the items that are in the shop, I guess, and of the rewards. But you guys already know about all of this. This was already announced a long time ago. You guys have all been participating in this already. And here's the shop, you know, and all the stuff you can buy. It's going to be a huge boost for Lara. And what we also saw, Lara Adventure support event. Also what you saw in the video, if you watched the video yesterday of me playing Lara, is that there is going to be the support rewards for Lara if you play on it. So level 30 rewards, level 100, the big title, the frozen stuff, level 150, the temporary CRA stuff, EXP coupon, Mitra box, can be used 4 times, gives you 10 15-minute coupons every week. So a lot of ways to boost your new Lara if you're playing it. 8 more minutes or 8 more hours? We'll know in a little bit, chat. Do I have the... Bruh. Oh, there's a November 17th update. Oh. Can I guess what the update is? Hang on, where were we? At the Lara stuff, okay. F5. Control F. November 17. Known issues. There was an untranslated text for the pop reaction when clicking the Claim All button. The complete Ranham defense is listed as one of the Maple Live Creator Step Up daily missions. Oh, is that the only stuff? Okay, okay. That's the only stuff so far. Only 2 known issues right now. That must mean that the patch is going quite well, because usually that list can get pretty crazy. No! Okay, Hackerman. Hackerman. Was it the position? Was it that one? Fuck, it wasn't that one. This one. Oh my god, it's gone, yes. I said the fuck word. You made me say it again! Alright, so all of the Lara stuff, the shop, and the Lara support. Yeah, this is where we were. Okay, so you're getting the same stuff. 205. Wait, 200. You get a title coupon, Arcane Power, bonus EXP, Floaty Land Spirit, Amount, 50 Arcane Symbols, 20 nodes at level 200, 205, another 50 symbols, 10 nodes, Experience node, 210, another 50 symbols, another 10 nodes, another Experience, 215, another 50 symbols, another 10 nodes, another Experience node, 220, 2 Experience nodes, Meteoric Gift Box, 63 days, 8 uses of 20 symbols, that's 160 symbols in here, and up to 40 nodes. Jesus. And an Absolab and Dominator box specifically for the Lara as well. Dude, that's a lot of free shit if you're starting a Lara. And this is outside of the Terra Burn. Lara, no ring like burning? No, no ring it looks like. But you get all of this other stuff. It's definitely worth. We get 2 Fixodom boxes. Yeah, well, one is specifically related to getting to 220 on the Lara, and one will be if you get to 220 on one of the 2 Terra Burns within the Terra Burning period, yeah. Oh, yeah, you're right. The box itself is tradable, yeah. So you can get it on the Lara and then just move it to another character. That's very true. But it's a lot of free stuff. Can we Terra Burn a Lara? No, you cannot Terra Burn a Lara. Kane got the totem reward in box? Yeah, Kane got the totems. True. Is Fixo worth it or just Dom Pendant? Always Fixo. Dom Pendant is Dookie. Dom Pendant Dookie. Just give the weapon, Absolab weapon to any other character that you eventually want to get to 200 or to 210 and that is too weak right now. Any character that you want to get the rank SS Legion board on at level 200 that you think is too weak, or that you want to eventually get to 210 to get the level 3 link. Two-factor authentication event, that was already ongoing, so this is just a reminder. You can get a title, experience coupons just to get people to 2FA their game. Cool. And then Sunny Sunday. Alright. What do we have here for Sunny Sundays? November 21st, we have 50% off spell traces, 50% off inner abilities. Remember, check ! inner ability and how to go about it before you just start freely rolling, okay? Make sure you always have a plan before you go in there. Don't just blindly rush in and waste all of your honor experience. Have a plan before. And then double... Oh, every Sunday is going to have double the beans. I was going to say, because it seemed very expensive if you wanted to buy all of the valuable items. The limit of pink beans you can obtain from Maple Life events is doubled. Yeah, and double the beans. Then November 28th, we have 100% 5, 10, 15 event. Alright, this is going to be huge, so make sure you are decked out with Mezzos, alright? November 28th, alright? So this is 2 Sundays from now. And then double Poyo Fredo, and nobody cares about the other ones. So that's good. 100% extra EXP from runes and 300% extra from combo kill orbs. So that's nice. That's going to be a training one on December 5th. And, oh, they're only giving us 4 weeks of these. Okay, so we're going to have to wait for the next 4 weeks. None of these are in the... wait for Lara? Yeah, you have to still wait for December 1st. But with December 1st, Lara comes out, and then the Sunday right after, you'll immediately be able to train with these things as well. You'll be able to get to 220 for no time. You got a Pat Mark yesterday. Grats, Probe Saber. Good one. December 12th, we have 50 Arcane Symbol Selector coupon. Cool. 50% extra EXP from Monster Park on a Sunday too, that we already have 50% extra. And we have those new Monster Parks. This is going to be huge Monster Park EXP. And then double the Memers. And then for non-reboot, we also have a Spell Trace Fever Time. Alright, we were able to go through everything right before the game went up. Because apparently the game actually went up at the time. So it's time to update, I guess. Can I click play? Is it going to start downloading? Yeah, time to download, baby. Alright. But yeah, if you're stuck here, by the way, just click another game and then click back, and then it should give you the option to immediately click. You don't have to restart your launcher. That's a little quick tip. But yeah, so thanks for checking out. I'll be updating the event calendar probably after. I want to make sure they get the progression session out of the way. But I'll be updating the event calendar to make sure that everything is on there, and be updating the progression grid to make sure that the percentages there are accurate, and make sure that all that... We still have the KMS stuff to go over as well, but we'll do that some other time, because we do have a progression session to go to. I'm going to buy out the sacred symbols as much as I can, yeah. Is the Lara tradable within account? It says untradable. The Lara? Is the Lara what tradable? Characters are not tradable. What do you mean, Jade? Huge on-time maintenance? Yeah, that's actually pretty impressive. But yeah, let me know what you guys, this is just for the YouTube video, not for you guys at Twitch right now, but for the YouTube video, let me know what you guys are most excited about. What change was the best one for you from this whole thing? What you're looking forward to most? Was it a specific class change? Was it the colorblind change? Was it the reboot passive change? Which change was the hugest for you? Which one are you looking most forward to? And what are you aiming for in the shop? What items are you trying to get to buy? Are you trying to get some of the cute items? Are you trying to get the skin change things with the new colors? Are you just trying to go hard on the sacred symbols or the sacred, the arcane symbols? Let me know what you're going for, and we'll see you on the next video.